It's that squad sound.
Yeah. What's poppin', y'all? It's your man Mark Nash. Another great episode of Breaking the Beats. You already know what we about to do. We're gonna break down the business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and pretty much anything else I can squeeze into those letters. Man, we got a lot on the docket today. Let me see. Where do we start? Where do I start? We're gonna take it from the top. Okay. Couple things we're gonna discuss today. We got a new segment, as you can see on the screen. I'm gonna introduce you with that. Also, we're gonna do a recap. We're gonna do a recap today of the Tyson and Roy Jones fight. Let me know what did you guys think of it. Was it worth your money? Would you pay for something like that again? What y'all think of that knockout? We're gonna talk about it. Mario, the singer Mario had a tweet to backfire. He said something about good women versus hoes and how women shouldn't compete with the hoes. But he said God told him to say that. But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. He said God told him to. Okay, the hoes, Mario. God mentioned the hoes to you. Okay. All right. Faison Love is suing Universal Studios. He said they took him off the movie poster. The movie is like 10 years old. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but we're going to talk about it if we get time to it. If we get time for it. Also, if we get time for it, I'm gonna mention talk about Trump taking apart the planes. He's got out of the treaty. Trump has moved to get America out of the treaty. And it's basically, in a nutshell, I'm gonna tell you the name of the treaty, but in a nutshell, it's basically they're keeping an eye on Russia. So not only is he getting America out of the treaty, he is dismantling the planes and liquidating. Good night. All right, but I'm using a different cam link over here. The other one is not working, so that's some nerdy stuff. We'll get on that if we have to, because I don't know how this is gonna work. It feels like it's getting real hot already. Pause. All right, man. So without further ado, I got a new segment. Let me try to fix this camera quick. Got a new segment I want to introduce to you guys, and it's called On This Day in Hip Hop, right? So we're gonna talk about On This Day in Hip Hop. I don't know if you guys know, I was looking this up, doing my research for this new segment, and on this day in hip hop, rest in peace, Tupac Shakur was shot 5 times outside of Quad Studios. There we go. Put it on the screen. On this day in 1994, the rapper was headed into the building on the 7th Avenue, in Manhattan, that houses Quad Recording Studios. I know everybody who knows anything about hip hop knows the legendary Quad Studio. So, yeah, man, this was a sad time for a lot of people. I don't know your ages, what you're listening to in it, your age demographics, but this was a big deal when Pac got shot outside of Quad. This was, some would say, the beginning of what would become the beef. So we're gonna try to do this segment. I'm gonna try to do this segment at the beginning of every episode before we get into the vibe and get into the swing of the show while I'm waiting for my co-host and my guest to pop up. I want to start doing this. I want to play a little music at the beginning, but I was like, instead of playing some music, let's give them a little hip-hop history, you dig? So let me know, man, where were you guys at when Tupac passed away? Do you remember that? How do you think music would be different if he was still alive to this day, you know? So, yeah, it's truly unfortunate, man. I think he's a great artist, if not one of the greatest, if not the greatest. And he definitely has records that I still play. albums that I still play. I still love that Machiavelli album. It's still one of my favorite Tupac albums. Um, yeah, man, it's just truly unfortunate. I believe Jimmy Henchman came out and took credit for the shooting. He said that was him. Yeah, so truly unfortunate, man. Tupac gone, but not forgotten. He will definitely be missed and still is missed. Yeah, man, it's just so sad, man, what happened. I like that movie. I know a lot of people gave the people who did the movie a hard time about the Tupac movie, but I thought the movie was good, man. I thought it was well done. I know the actor, it was almost chilling to see him in some of those scenes. He looked so much like Tupac. So, yeah, man. With that said, man, we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it going. Definitely got to keep it going. Man, rest in peace, Tupac Shakur. Make some noise wherever you at. Make some noise for Tupac Shakur. Hip-hop legend. Gone, but definitely not forgotten. All right, so y'all saw it this weekend, right? I don't know how many of you guys caught the Roy Jones, Mike Tyson fight. I did. I was ready for the drama too, man. A lot of people said they was a little disappointed in the fight. They said they didn't get the drama that they wanted. Man, I thought it was a good fight. I thought it was a good event. Roy Jones said in the post-press conference his jaw was still hurting. He said, man, he caught me with a good uppercut. He said, man, the referee kept telling me to let go. He was like, why would I let go? He said, I ain't going to let him kill me in here. Roy Jones said Mike Tyson was about to kill him in there. He said his body was really hurting. He said the shots was heavy. He said the headbutt hurts. He said everything he did hurt in there. He said it's Mike Tyson. And when he came out, when he was doing his post-press conference, he said, I'm glad I survived it. My man, surviving is definitely the operative word because Mike Tyson wasn't playing in there, man. Tyson was not playing with Roy Jones. He was coming at him full speed a lot of times. I thought Roy Jones did good, like with his tactics, the jab, pop, 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 hold once Tyson got too close. I don't know what you guys wanted from Roy Jones. Shoot, Mike Tyson too. I mean, these are two guys in their 50s. I mean, combined age is over 100, right? Tyson is 54, Roy Jones is 51. Bruh, what are you expecting from these guys? I mean, I think they did good. I mean, I would watch another event like this again. I know some people did not like the holding. They said they didn't like the holding. I heard those kind of complaints. I also heard complaints about the rest of the card. I even heard people complaining about how much they were getting paid for, how much the undercard and those guys were getting paid. You got guys who spend their whole life to become professional boxers. Their whole life, and trying to get those type of purses, and you get guys who are in their 50s. You get guys who is a YouTube star, ex NBA player. The professional boxers. I think Badu Jack got one of the lowest purses. I think his purse was like 100,000. So I don't know what that says about the sport, but hey, man, I think it's great that they brought a lot of casual people in there. I know some people crying and they mad. But nah, it's all good, man. You gotta have casual fans. That's gonna help grow the sport, man. So don't be out there casual. You need casual fans because hardcore boxing fans obviously isn't getting it done on our own. We're not getting it done on our own. You need these hardcore. I mean, you need the hardcore fans. You need somebody with a big name. But I just wish they had the card set up a little differently. Far as let me tell you what I like though. Let's start with the positive stuff, right? Man, what y'all think of those performances? Woo, them performances was lit. John was looking like a boxing match mixed with like some BET Hip Hop Awards. Man, you got Snoop over there blowing big blunts. Man, I had a blast watching this, man. It was times even in the ring when they were clutching, I still was wondering if Tyson would bite Roy Jones. It was one time he looked like he was about to kick him. I was like, man, I need to put that clip up. But I think they did a great job. Hold on 1 second. I think this is about to play over here. All right, that's cool. Yeah, I think they did a great job promoting this event. And I think a lot of promotions and boxing promotions can learn from this in the middle of a pandemic. They put on a great show. The price wasn't super high. You know, $49.99 is like the old days of what pay-per-view used to cost. So I appreciate it and I respect them for doing that, keeping the price at like a respectful price, you know. Let me see something. I feel like my cam is off a little bit. It look like it's moving a little bit behind. Let me try to fix that. But while I'm doing that, let me show you this picture, man. I want you guys to tell me what you think of these belts. You know, a lot of people was giving them heat, giving the WBC a lot of crap about these belts because the belts they're basically saying these belts, like these Black Lives Matter belts, people took offense to that. Let me share this screen. Let me share this picture. Put this up here so you guys can see it. Where is them? This is there. So they was like, I knew something was up. They had two belts printed anyway. And I always knew it was an exhibition match. I don't know why people are so upset. Like, it's an exhibition match, man. Like, where's the overlays? My bad. Overlays in the wrong spot. So here we go. But yeah, it's an exhibition match. Exhibition match. Like, you got 2-minute rounds. They only fighting for 8 rounds. So what? I just don't know what you guys expected. Now, this belt right here caused a lot of problems for a lot of people. First of all, we never seen 2 belts printed up. Second of all, they got this Black Lives Matter going across the top of the belt. I'm not that mad about it. I don't know if some people call it pandering to the black community. You're pandering to the blacks. I get it. All right, I get it. But they call this the frontline championship. I don't know a lot about Tyson and Roy Jones being on the front lines. I don't know. Don't judge me. Don't kill me in the comments. I don't know. I know them from other things, you know? Like fighting and biting. That's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. I like Mike Tyson. I respect Mike Tyson. So with that said, I think the event was a success. I think a lot of promoters can learn from this. You know, in the middle of a pandemic, lower the price, but not only that, use some of that space in the venue. Get some of these artists to come out to help support the event. Get them to do some performances because those performances were lit. I liked them. And they mixed it up. You had the old school for a Snoop mixed with some new school. You got Sway Lee out there, Ray Shremmer, French Montana. So I thought it was good. YG came out there, did some songs. One of those songs, it wasn't quite my favorite, but the beat is crazy as usual. YG always got a banger. But oh yeah, let me try to switch this cam link thing real quick. While we doing that, see if this will pull up now because that thing was not working. So this is probably gonna have to go back to Best Buy because it's not working. So let me hook the old one back up. It's gonna be a little off with the timing, but we're gonna work it out. It's just one episode, right? So shout out to these dudes, man. I thought this was a great event. And I want to see more of it, man. I like these kind of hybrid type matches and, you know, with the guys going in, you know, boxer versus a different type of athlete. Now, some people didn't like that neither. They was like, that wasn't right for Nate. Nate shouldn't have been in there. And they said Nate was playing boxing. And they say you don't play boxing. What y'all think of that? I thought he was in there trying to fight. I think he went in there thinking it was a street fight. Maybe he didn't. I don't know if he took his training seriously, because a lot of times you can do all the training. Everybody keeps saying, well, Jake Paul was training with Shannon Briggs. He was training with professional boxers. He's been training longer. Maybe Nate has been training, but once you get hit, that stuff kind of go out the window, you know? So I'm glad he's okay. Some of those memes though, y'all are getting crazy with those memes, man. I'm like, golly. That's why I don't want to get in no trouble out here, because I know y'all coming with the cameras. Oh my God, they be coming at you with the camera quick. They can't wait to see you get exposed. But man, shout out to Nate. I thought he did a great job while it lasted. He tried. You know what I'm saying? Some people gonna laugh at me, say, Nash, that's a great job. Man, it takes a lot of courage to get in that ring, bro. It takes a lot of courage. So let's move forward. Let me load this up. Let's load this up on the screen. I think I'm gonna share the screen over here. Let me share the screen. Yo, what's up with your man Mario, man? What is up with Mario? Mario said, hold on. I'm gonna put this on the screen. I'm gonna share the screen so y'all can see what your boy Mario said. Mario wildin'. Yo, and the replies on this is crazy. Here we go. Yo, can y'all see this? I'm gonna blow this up on the screen. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. Pause. But shout out to Mario. Mario bold for this one. All right, here we go, man. Hold on, I'm gonna blow this up on the screen. I'm gonna let y'all read this. I'm gonna let y'all read this to yourself before I do my dramatic reading. Oh my God, what is up with your man Mario, man? Okay. Okay, here we go. Mario. And I'm talking about the singer Mario. You know, he had the show with his mama. Okay. Baltimore is very own, right? And I like Mario and I respect Mario, but Mario got to know he can't come out here with these kind of tweets, man. He had to know they was coming for him. Let me take this off the screen. Mario. My man Mario World Combat. What up, Nash? She said, salute to everyone. Sub. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm just getting started, man. I'm just getting started, World Combat. I don't know if you read this tweet or this Instagram post, but the singer Mario is out here wilding. This is what he put out. And I get where he was going with it. I get it. But he probably should have just kept this right in his mind, or put this in a song or something. Maybe this sounds better if it's sung. But he said, PSA to all the good women out there. God told me to tell you. Hold up, bro. Mario. Okay, all right. Let's take it from the top. He said, and I quote, PSA to all the good women out there. God told me to tell you. I should have said that with my TD Jakes voice or something. God told me to tell you. Ha. Man, Mario, God didn't tell you nothing, bro. Let's start there. Let's stop there. God did not tell you nothing, but okay, I get it. God told me to tell you who may be losing hope. Do not try to compete with these hoes. Hold on, I got to say that more aggressive. Do not try to compete with these hoes. Mario, what are you thinking, bro? Mario said, God told him to tell all the good women out there who may be losing hope. God said, do not try to compete with these. All right, man. All right, Mario. Let's read on. He said, they in a whole other league. God said it like that. They in a whole other league. Okay. They in a whole other league. Make a choice of who you want to be and stick with it. Crying emoji, hashtag respectfully. For your information, Now, why did he add this part? Why did he add this part, Mario? Mario, why did you add this part? He said a hole is a hoe. He said, hold on, I'm gonna try to read it directly. He said, FYI, a hoe, a different type of good woman for a certain type of man. Make sense? Mario, man, who is on Mario's team, man? Who is on Mario's team? Because y'all know he deleted the tweet, right? Yeah, he deleted the tweet. You know he can keep that shit up. That shit is off his Instagram. Ironically, let me pull this up. His very next tweet after he deleted that, it's about smoking weed. I promise you, his tweet, if you go to his Instagram right there, he got this. Let me pull it up. Fuck it, let me pull it up. He said, Mario Worldwide. Let me go to Mario Worldwide. My man Mario said God told him to tell the good women to stop competing with hoes. They in a whole nother league. What does that even mean, Mario Worldwide? I mean, I think I know what he was trying to say, but man, they was killing him in the comments. Oh my God, they was killing him in the comment. Why y'all, they ain't got to do him like that? They have to do him like that, but they going in, they roasted Mario about this PSA he put out. Why did he think he need to do that? Oh, you know what? My bad. God told him to do it. God told him to do it. All right, so he does that. After all the backlash, he deletes it. And then let me show you what he got up here now. He puts this up. Hold on, make sure I ain't sharing my okay, I'll make sure I'm not sharing my password over here. My man said after that, he said he had to smoke some good ganja. God told him to go get high. I'm gonna pull it up. You know I'm gonna show you. I gotta give you the receipts. I like Mario, but this is funny, man. Because sometimes dudes jump out here caping and it backfire. Shoot, I've been guilty of caping before, man. Backfired. It happens, man. It happens to the best of us. Save my info. Yeah, you gonna save it. So here we go. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna stop this screen share and I'm gonna share this one over here. I'm gonna let y'all see y'all boy Mario out here. I wish they had it still up. I think the Shade Room still has it up, man. That junk is funny. You gotta read them comments. They killing them in the comments. Oh my goodness. Share the screen. And I'm gonna share this tab over here. So he deletes that. God told him to do it and said, hey, this is me after I hit some pure ganja. Y'all see Mario? Mario said this is what he got to do. And maybe y'all making him smoke because these comments are crazy. Y'all killing Mario. I'm gonna show y'all some of these tweets. Now, granted, some people have been shooting Mario some bail, man. They're giving him the benefit of the doubt. Me too, because I understand where he's coming from. I don't think I would have said it like that, though. I might have just left it alone. Let me go over here. Let me show you. Let me see if they got some of these comments still up. Here we go. All right, where we got them at? They was like, why y'all? So somebody wrote, why you dragging me into this? God. Everybody asking him why he bringing God into this. I think that's the thing most people have a problem with. In other words, there's somebody for everybody. I get that. Stop trying. Somebody wrote, stop lying on God, man. Now you're saying it's true though. Okay, I get it. Somebody was like, God didn't tell you that, but oh, okay. Somebody was like, what are we supposed to do with this? I seen comments up here. It's like, Mario, not today. Yo, stay in your lead. That's what he's saying. Basically, stay in your lead. Stop lying on God. Agreed. So that's basically where it's at with it, man. Sir, God did not tell you this. Somebody was like, when you dropping new music? That's a fact, though. I hear him crying. Yo, they clowning Mario, man. Somebody was like, well said. I get it. Men swear they be speaking fat. But look, they was like, but men nowadays don't go for good women, and it's sad. But look, let's speak to that, right? Who's to say we don't go for good women? I think that a lot of times the problem is a lot of people, I think everybody thinks that they're good women. You know, I think every man, I don't think no man goes out there and say, hey, yeah, I'm an ain't shit dude. I'm a piece of crap. You know what I'm saying? I don't think no girls go out there saying like that. So, man, shout out to Sir Ken. Say Martin Nash, salute to the wrench and salute to the chat. Man, Sir Ken, I hope I gave you a wrench. Did I give you a tool? Supposed to have a tool on deck. But where else? What was I at? Man, I lost my spot. Yeah, man. But as far as good women and good men, I think that's relative, right? Who's to say what's a good woman or what's a good man? Because you can go to church every Sunday, pay your tithes, don't drink, don't smoke, don't curse, but you're a deadbeat dad. You don't take care of your kids. So does that make him a good man? I'll wait. Right. No. You could cook and clean and be a good woman, treat your husband like a king, but you cuss your mom out. I think that kind of negates some of those things. I could be wrong. If I get somebody on the panel with me, I ask them what they think about that. But I just don't see it. I don't see how you can't have these kind of standards and morals on one thing and then on the other thing you just totally flip. That's crazy. You know, you can't. I don't think you're going to heaven, man. I don't think you're going to heaven if you don't take care of your kids. That's just me, though. I could be wrong. But I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to get some of these jokes off, drop a jewel or two, and hopefully I can reach somebody. Somebody shot me a text. All right, cool. For sure. Thanks, D. My man D Ecstasy, man, shot me some dope tracks. Definitely working with him on a new project. That junk is crazy, man. Oh my goodness, man. Thank you, bro. D Ecstasy, if you're watching this, man, thank you. Yeah, man, you got to feed the beast, man. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, D. So where was I at with it? Where was I at? D, I'm live on. Let me text you. I'm live on the air. Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you guys that. Where do you guys think that all fits into the circle of life and the scope of life? Like, do you think that's one of the issues right here? Most people don't know what's a quote unquote good man, or they say, hey, men don't want good women. I don't think men go out there and purposely saying, hey, let me get the nastiest, dirtiest girl I can find. Shout out to my man World Combat Sports, OG in the building.
What's good, Mark Nash? Everyone is tuned in on the live chat. You know what it is. Hit the like button and support your boy Mark Nash, man, doing it big.
Yeah, man, been out the loop for a few days. Took a Thanksgiving break, but we back to business. It's a Monday, and yeah, man, 10 o'clock. Trying to go in, trying to stay consistent, man. You dig? Hey, man, what you think of that topic I was talking about? You got any idea on that? Anything you want to touch on with that? I know you've had a relationship or two.
Yeah, thinking about that, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm checking it out right now, bro. I saw it when you was reading. I was like, damn, Mario going in. What's the reason for it? But the holiday season and how relationships They all nice before they start, and then they start, tearing themselves down.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm checking it out right now, bro.
Okay, well, basically, in a nutshell, let's put it back on the screen.
Okay.
Let's put it back on the screen because I definitely let me remove this. Stop. But because I want to quote him. I don't want to misquote him. But he's getting a lot of grief from people because he basically said God told him this. So people
God
don't like
told him about some hoes.
exactly verbatim. And God used broken diction when he said God talked to him like he was him. I'm gonna share the shade room because the comments over here they killing my man. Some of them they was like everybody saying basically, I got 2,000 emails over here. God didn't tell you that. All right, let me know. Can you see this on the screen? I'm gonna
Yeah, I
blow it up.
can. Let me
Here we
go.
go. Here we go.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna blow it up. Change the layout, and it reads PSA to all the good women out there. God told me to tell you who may be losing hope. Do not try to compete with these hoes. They in a league of their own. They in a whole other league. He said, make a choice who you want to be and stick with it. Hashtag respectfully. 2 crying emojis. And he came back with FYI. A hoe, a different type of good woman for a certain type of man. Make sense? What you think, man? What you think?
Damn.
What you think, man?
Can we look at it like, he might have had a woman that's considered a hoe treat him real good, better than he ever been treated? You know what I'm saying? Could he have made this statement after smoking some good shit this holiday season?
Hey, look, you might be right because he deleted this post. People was killing him so hard, he deleted the post. He deleted the post, but after he deleted the post, his very next post was about smoking some good ganja, pure ganja. So I just think, and so one of these comments stood out to me where one of the ladies said, nowadays, men don't go for good women anyway, and it's sad, And I disagree with that. Men don't
Some men don't.
go for it.
Some men don't go for the good women. There's some men out there would appreciate a good woman. Real talk.
But who's to say what's a good woman and a bad woman? Isn't that relative, you think? Like nobody walks around saying, "Hey, I'm a dirty woman or I'm a bad woman."
Well, I think in her case, not to speak for her, she's probably saying the ones that's basically knowing what their role is, and they playing their role, but yet it has nothing to do with being faithful. They're there just to play their role. If it's they stay a couple of nights and then they out, then they out. A good woman is somebody who's looking for a man for probably a long-term relationship, career orientated. You know what I'm saying? Has her shit together, and probably potentially looking, to start a family. Somewhere up the line. That's a good woman in my opinion. Might even go to church.
I'm glad you brought that up because I had said earlier. I don't know if you heard me. I said basically when I said being good is relative. Let's say you got a girl who don't drink, she don't smoke, she don't have kids, she's career driven, has a great personality when she's around you and your friends and your family. But when you get around her and her family, she cuts her mom out. How would you feel about her?
Yeah, I feel some type of way about that. I ain't gonna lie. Because
What?
her parents may treat the family a lot different than what they would if she wasn't acting the way she should. Like when you start a relationship, you want the parents to treat the grandkids with respect, and you want them to freaking embrace them during the holidays or whenever time they see them or what have you. You don't want her going over there cussing out her parents and believing that when our kids start to grow up, they're going to be able to do the same with us. Why would she be cussing out her parents unless she expect her kids to do the exact same thing? Come on, man. You can't accept that shit.
Mm. Well, let me ask you this, and I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip it this way. Let's say you have a guy. He don't drink. He don't smoke. He goes to church. He pays his tithes. He's on the deacon board, Sunday school teacher, choir director, all of that. But he doesn't take care of his children. He's a deadbeat dad. Would you say he's still a good man?
What's the closest thing to a man's heart when it comes to family? His kids, right?
I guess to each his
That's
own.
what's
Shoot.
supposed to be,
I
right?
mean,
That's
what?
supposed to
I
be
mean,
embedded in.
some guys go create a whole new family. You know.
No,
You
we ain't
know.
we ain't talking about Papa was a Rolling Stone, but we trying to say, like, isn't that one of the medals that they give us? Oh, he's a good guy. He take care of his kid here in their life. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Mm.
Yeah, I would feel some type of way, of course. Somebody told me that, oh, he ain't taking care of his kids. That's fucked up. And then I'll have to ask a question like, why isn't he taking care of his kids? Is it a problem with the baby's mother? Is it contentiousness? I mean, is it violent? What's going on here? What is the reason?
Yeah, because I just find it hard to believe that you gonna go to heaven, man. I don't think God fuck with you if you're a deadbeat dad. Excuse my French, but I'm in France, man. I don't think you gonna make it, man. Pardon me, but how can you praise and worship somebody who gave their only begotten son, but you don't take care of yours or your daughter? Made in your image. So I just think that's always weird. It's always been a sensitive issue with me because I know people personally who have fathered children, and they might send a check to take care of the child, but they definitely do not spend any time with the child. You know, like you might have a son that look just like you, right? I know a guy. He has a son looked just like him, but he married someone else who had two children already, and he treats her two daughters like they're his own, but actually better than he treats his own. And I always looked at him kind of sideways, and people like that I try to keep out of my circle and my cipher. World Combat, because I don't know, man. It's hard to trust somebody like that, in my opinion.
Do you know, or have you read both sides of the pages to the relationship? Do you understand fully the entire story as to why he doesn't, or he isn't close to his son who looks just like him? What is the reason behind that?
Well, you only know what people tell you. I'll be there, so I can never fully know because I
Okay.
wasn't fully involved. All I know is what he tells me and what he shown me. So it's possible, very possible, he didn't want the child. I get it. Some people make babies with women that they don't want to have a long-term commitment or relationship or any kind of correspondence with. I understand that completely.
I
And
totally agree, but also women can make babies with men that they're not trying to spend in a relationship. It may be for short term, it may be for monetary reasons. I'm not saying that's all women, but the variables, man, the variables that drive a wedge in between what's supposed to be the makeup of a family is too much. Like, we really don't know who's to blame,
mm,
as to why they're not together. Was it the female? Was it the male? It can't be the kid. The kid didn't ask to be here. So it has to be the two adults. It has to be the two parents.
well said. Well said. I was gonna let you keep cooking. I was gonna put your name on the screen so people can see who you are. But yeah, keep cooking, man, because I think that gets lost, and it's a lot of finger pointing. I remember I heard the late great Bishop Graves tell me one time. He said, "Don't take other people's prescriptions for your relationship because what may be the cure for them may be poison for you." And I think a lot of times in relationships, people take other people's prescriptions for their own relationship.
That's true. That's true. Especially if they're on the outside looking in and they feel like what they're seeing is something what they're yearning for. Um, sometimes materialistic things kind of blanket what's going on actually when it comes to affection. You know what I'm saying? Some people might want to look at that couple as having everything that they want.
Mm,
It all depends, but we all know that materialistic um materialistic ideals or whatever, they're temporary band-aids, because when it comes down to it, if you don't love one another, the relationship is going to fall apart anyway. It's just going to be there, for the initial phase one of, man, we like this car, we like these clothes and everything else, we got the house, but yet the relationship begins to be a lot more aggressive. The arguing, the confusion, the lack of support, and then what ultimately breaks up a relationship with the final straw is the lack of affection.
mm.
You're just walking and passing one another, and you're almost acting like your roommates and strangers. And that's when it becomes real bad. Like y'all can't cohabitate with one another anymore. You're not even kissing one another. You're not even holding, hugging. And then the relationship is torn apart because the arguments keep on piling up and there's no recovery. When you
Why
argue
though?
with your girl with no recovery, it's never going to get better. Y'all going to keep on just becoming distant, more distant, distant. And then before you know it, it's going to be like, we need to talk.
Right. How do you think? What do you think makes the relationships get to those point? Because I personally been through those kind of situations where, because I'm the type of person, I kind of won't argue about it. I'll just think things to get better. I'll just do something nice. I'll cook breakfast or something, or things of that nature, flowers, or I'll just say, "Hey, I'm sorry." But sometimes sorry doesn't fix everything. But often that sorry might be 2 or 3 days late. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I let things go too long because I figure, hey, we'll just get over it. But sometimes you don't just get over it. What do you think I can do, or men in general, that we can do to kind of get over that? Because sometimes it's not our ego. Like me, if I'm arguing with the woman and she starts crying, I kind of feel like you're cheating. I'm like, there you go with it. I'm like, oh, you gonna pull out the nukes? That's what we going with. You gonna go with this shit, right?
You see, if a woman cries in front of you in your, like in the presence of one another,
Mm-hmm.
I look at it different than her shedding tears in front of someone that may also, co-sign those tears as you being the bad guy. I look at it different. Me, if I'm in a relationship and there's an argument, I have to embrace. I have to shorten it up. I can't stay mad for a long time. It's not that I can't stay mad. It's just I want to go over there and start working on the recovery process and the healing process of it all, because I just don't want to walk around and it be all weird. You know what I'm saying? And we in the same location. We watching TV in the same room. We ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We mad. And just think about it when you don't have kids. Like it's just you and her
Mm.
just there coexisting. And if y'all not saying anything, okay, who gonna break the ice? Now I'm gonna show this motherfucker. I ain't gonna say shit. I gotta go in there and say, hey, lean into it. If she allows me to give her a kiss, then cool. If a person I believe, if you're trying to just forget about it and you're trying to move forward and you go over there and try to show affection and you say you apologize and you lean in and give her a kiss. And if she refutes you, it depends on what you did now. We're not we talking about the small shit. We ain't talking about adultery. We ain't talking about cheating, shit like that. We're talking about just a disagreement.
Okay.
And they push you away. I got a problem with that. Because if you pushing me away, that means I gotta spend a couple more days, man, trying to win you back over. But I just tried to. I just tried to tell you I'm not gonna be petty. I'm gonna show you affection. I appreciate what I appreciate you being here. I adore you. I cherish you, and I'm not looking to be mad for a week.
So so how do you fight through it, or how do you put? Let's say you're. Let me try to word this right. How do you prioritize the argument? Because I can't. It's not my right to tell her how mad she should be about this. Like, cause my go-to used to be this. I would always say, "Well, it ain't like I'm beating you or nothing," and then I realized you shouldn't use that. Like, is that the bar, nigga? Like, I can't get mad because you're not hitting me. I wouldn't be with you if you was hitting me. I didn't think that. I was just thinking, hey, we're arguing about nothing. Some people are arguing because they have outside children. He's abusive, um, things of that nature. And I'm like, we don't have those kind of arguments. We're arguing over chicken or fish, or I didn't like the way you make the spaghetti, and then you're crying about it, or something like that. So I'm like, how do you tell the woman, hey, you need to pick and choose your battles, sweetheart? Because if you're upset about this, it's on, this is minor stuff. How long do you be upset? Like, how can you tell somebody that in a nutshell?
It really depends on the individuals. You know how it goes. Like you have different personalities, man. It's going to how that person grew up, how they was raised. You know, do they have a soft heart or they just have a heart? You know what I'm saying? It really depends on what two individuals you dealing with because everybody's grown up different. You know, if I'm telling you from where I grew up, I never really said sorry ever.
Mm.
I always used to say I apologize because I felt that sorry mean, less than apologies. Like you're pleading with somebody that you was the 100% um problem to the situation. And I
Uh,
say,
uh,
no, I just want to apologize for what happened. I want to get past it. What you think?
OG,
You know,
let me ask you this, but aren't those semantics when you say I apologize, but I'm not gonna say I'm sorry. In actuality, don't they kind of mean the same thing? Aren't those just semantics? What you think?
I apologize means saying, I'm telling you for whatever the action that you mad at, or you may have thought that I did wrong. I'm just telling you it's my mistake, and I'll try not to do it again.
Mm.
I apologize. I'm like being a better person. I'm sorry. It's like, I'm just so sorry. I fucked up. I just fucked up. I'm sorry.
So sorry means you're 100% wrong. Is what you mean.
Damn good one, man. That's what I'm talking about. Cut the blade, cut it.
Mm.
That's the way I feel. Sorry is like saying you're taking the culpability independently. You're taking the culpability as your
Mm.
own. But when it's a dual, it's dual. It's two people right here that should be held accountable. It's me, it's you. We both should take equal culpability in apologizing to one another.
So hold up. So now she has to apologize too. I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
Like I said, the variables are absolutely different. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the temperature and what we're arguing about and what was the source of it. Like I said before, to answer your question, if it has anything to do with infidelity, you know damn well whoever's whoever's freaking guilty of infidelity, they need to apologize. And the person who's
Absolutely.
mad too, they don't need to apologize and say fuck it.
What if she got to apologize for going through my phone? Like, you shouldn't have been going through my phone.
And you're talking to the right person about the phone.
Right.
Now you're gonna get some real shit
Hey,
about the
look,
phone,
real
right?
quick. If you just coming into the room, smash the like button. We got World Combat Sports, aka the Love Doctor. He's giving out free advice. It might work, it might not work. But you can't sue him for the advice. We're not professionals. Um, let's read this one comment real quick, and I'm gonna let you jump right back in. Sir Ken said a lot of women end up having a kid by the high school jock, and a lot of men fall in love with the high school cheerleader. None of these embarks love, just lust that ended up with the baby. You want to speak to that?
Really, I can't even relate to it, man, because I never really was turned on to have a relationship like that outside of school with a woman. I just felt it was a high school type of situation. We both have a long roll of head. God damn, if I could go back there, shit, man, I would. Because it's a female that's there that had her shit together, man, headed off to college. And that was my goddamn, that's supposed to have been the first wife, goddamn it.
He said the first one.
That's supposed to have been the first wife. I let it slip away.
Oh my god, man. See, I'm late, man. I gotta have my drum rolls ready. Hey, I gotta be quick on the draw. I don't know what you gonna say. My man said that could have been my first wife. But yeah, if you just tuned in, we were talking about the tweet earlier Mario had put out, and basically he said, let me put it on the screen. I'm gonna take this off the screen so you guys can see it. And he basically said, PSA to all the good women out there. God told me to tell you, who may be losing hope, do not try to compete with these hoes. They in a whole other league. Make a choice of who you want to be and stick with it, respectfully. And he said, FYI, a hoe is a different type of good woman for a certain type of man. So talk to me about that. What's the, do you agree with that part? A hoe is a different type of good woman?
I'm gonna tell you some real shit, Mark.
I don't want nothing but the real.
Look, I'm gonna tell you some real shit we ain't never talked about. I learned the game.
You know you're on the air though. Hold up, real quick. You know you're on the air, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I learned the game when I was young, man. I was 18 years old. When I first came in the service. I learned the game from a hoe. She turned me on to the game. She was looking out for my career too, but she was like, she said, I like you or whatever. Cause I used to go to this one strip before I went to the club. And I used to go down to these parts because I used to like to stop at the bar to the strip club or whatever. But in between that, I used to frequent this spot, this strip, and end up meeting this chick that was a hoe. But somehow we clicked, and she turned me on the game about women in general doing this and that and the other. And it was a respectable friendship we had. I never fucked her or anything. Never.
You smashed, nigga.
Nah, never. She was a prostitute. She was a hoe.
Well, I know you fuck now.
But
I know you smash now, but we can keep it moving though.
You said we was live, so I mean, we read the Bible and everything.
Hey man,
we
look,
went
man,
to church together.
Hey, look, man. Hey, look.
She turned me on the game, man. She said me some real shit, about women in general. I mean, she just told me some things. You remember when I told you that she said if you with a female and you need to make sure you police your condoms, that means taking that shit with you out the fucking house. She said, don't ever go to sleep after you smash a total stranger. Don't ever go to sleep. He said, I can tell you how many times a man has lost 18 years of their life because they will sleep after they fuck, and the woman took the condom off and did what she did with it. She ended up pregnant, and the rest is what it is. She turned me on the game. Make sure you police your condoms. Don't fall asleep in a female's house. And you don't know her. Period. After you finish, you need to leave. Don't go there and go to sleep. Lay your head and wake up in the morning. She's there laying beside you, but you don't know what else been taking place after you was sleep. And that shit makes sense. That shit make all the sense in the world, man, because she said a lot of her girls that she know have set dudes up like that.
Wow. I've heard of girls poking holes in the rubbers. Shit like that back in the day.
She said you don't have to poke no hole in the rubber if you got the whole entire rubber.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit is a hustle beyond hustles, man. And one thing, she was telling me, she said, you might not like this, but I know a lot of females who done set military up. They done set military guys up because they end up getting pregnant by them, and they automatically get their money garnished quick. So in the military, if a girl says that you're pregnant, right, she calls your command, she gets the number. What the command's going to have you do is take a test, obviously, once the baby is born. If it's your baby, automatically you going down there and you're gonna start paying that woman. It's the biggest hustle. That's why I tell people the military is the biggest ghetto in the world. Period. So you go down there, you take the test, it's yours. Every time you get promoted, child support goes up. Every time. So you got high hope, big dreams. You moving up the ranks of enlisted, and you say, okay, let me switch over to commission. Let me go captain, major. Who else is going captain, major? Who else?
The child support, I
The
guess.
child support is going captain, major. She like, hell yeah. Just keep on getting promoted. Shout it. I'm happy for you. You got
She was like,
correct.
congratulations.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations. We so happy for you and us. We're so happy for ourselves.
Man, I'm telling you, the military is the biggest ghetto in life. People don't hear about us because it's embarrassing for us to talk about it. But according to where you at, they got the game on lock. Like people don't understand the Filipinos changed Okinawa. The Filipinos
Speak
used
to
to run
that.
the whorehouses over there. They shut them down because
Why?
the Filipinos was getting pregnant by the military men. And at that time, if you was getting married to any foreigner before you leave the island, you get a permanent green card. So what they was doing, they was popping the babies out, going to the States, preferably California, and then they was bouncing. Poof, gone, done.
Me and my baby. But they still paying the
You
child support though, right?
No, this is what happened. Once they get to the States, they leave, they say, or they'll wait till their husband go on the first deployment. They file for divorce while he's on deployment. And they go up there to the GPAC, whatever, and say, "Oh, he's not giving me money for the kid." And once they hear that and know that she has the kid, they automatically this happened in the Marine Corps now. They send that money to her because it's nothing to prove her wrong. She has the paperwork, you know. They say, "Hey, we need more money. He has two kids. He's not sending us money home on a regular basis." So, bam, you get your paycheck garnished, man.
Yeah, I knew a guy. He got kicked out because he couldn't keep his bills up. Him and his wife had too many kids, and based off his paycheck, and like easy. I was about to say easy rent, rent a center, errands. They were calling the command about his bills. So,
Mm-hmm.
but the crazy thing is, this is how crazy the army is. You have trouble paying your bills. We're gonna give you an Article 15 and demote you, which means less pay. Give you, and now you people gonna keep call you even more
Mm-hmm.
about the bills.
Mm-hmm.
And it was truly disappointing, man. He ended up getting chaptered out because of that, because of just of debt. I guess they look at you like you're a liability if you have too much debt. I guess you can be compromised. I guess I don't know. You tell me, sir.
I think that's a lot of military men that was released from the military for that because it's so easy for us to get credit and we want so much. I mean, you gotta understand. You know how it is, Mark. Man, when we was back then, man, we wanted so much. Man, we go to these foreign countries, we get shit that we never seen over here in the U.S. before. Sometime we spending money
Put it
just
on my star
reckless.
card. Put it on my
Put it
military
on your
star
star
card.
card. God damn it! Oh my God.
Them star cards have ruined great men.
Yeah, man, those star cards had you what they have us at 8, 8, 10%, whatever the interest rate was, man.
I don't know where it is, but that shit stay with you forever, man. And they get
I
hey,
got a
look, and
question. I got
they
a
might
question for
start
you,
you
bro.
off about $7,000 right out the gate.
Yeah.
18 years old. Go ahead. What's your question?
Do you believe in if you meet a woman and you all are linking up very well, like not just occupation, but we're talking about y'all feeling each other and everything enough to be in a close relationship, but just outside of committing, right? Is it somewhat of a concern of yours if she has a kid or two and you and her don't have a kid?
basically, how do I feel about dating a woman with children?
Yeah, I mean,
I've dated women with children
even though
before.
your relationship is cool, but
How
she
old
having
is she? And
kids,
how
or
old are those kids too?
that's what I'm saying. That's up to you. I
It's very.
mean,
Hey, look.
that's up to you to tell me the variables.
Hey, look. I can make the variables always work in my favor to make me say yes. So,
Correct, but you can make them work, and I'm gonna say, okay, you said 15 to 18 years old. You know what I'm saying?
yo,
I give a gate 2 more years. They good. They out.
right. That's different. Hey, look. I was saved by the bell, like Zach. Hey, shout out to my man King Asian Math. Just jumped on the panel. He wants to add something to the conversation. Say something to the people, man.
What saved you by the bell? I mean, you still got to say what you was gonna say.
Nah, we got to introduce you to the show, man. King Asian Math.
Yeah,
I
feel
answer it. I
good, but
answer the question though. Yes, I've dated women with children in the past. I've dated women. Man, I started talking
give
to
me
a
a
girl
second.
while she was pregnant.
Mm.
How wild is that?
Oh, about to.
It was very early on, and she was like, "I got something to tell you. I'm pregnant." I was like, and then I was like, "Hold up, I didn't do." I know why. Okay, never mind. Well, I know it's not mine based off. Okay, whatever. How far along are you? Because I just wanted you to know because I was like, hey, look, thank you for letting me know. So I just zipped my pants back up and I got the hell up out of there. You dig? So she was cool though. But yeah, I dated girls with children before, and I've dated multiple women with children. To be honest, at different points in my life, I dated a girl in high school. She had a baby. When I was in high school. So
I don't think I never said dated. Did I say dated, or you in a relationship with one? Like,
what you call? Well, we was in a relationship in high school. Now, granted, the dynamics were a lot different because I was still living with my parents, with my mom. She was living with her mom, so I'm sure the dynamics are different. In my adult life, yes. In military life, it was almost kind of, for me, it was hard to kind of not escape it because I waited so long to have children, so to have my first child. So I was always dating a woman with a child, and I don't think it's a scarlet letter or anything like that. Especially the type of personality that I have. Like I love the kid. Mark loved the kids, so it's all cool. But some of them kids be bad as hell, man. And
I
they be
can't
quick,
love
and they be quick
everybody's
to and
kids.
look, and they be quick to tell you ain't my daddy. Go ahead.
I can't love every woman's kids. Like, the reason why I say that has absolutely nothing to do with the kids per se, but just the father. The father, is he still actively involved in your life, sister? Like, what's popping? Like, what type of dude he is? If I get the first impression like I'm gonna always be in a battle no matter where we go, and just say we got to take the kids somewhere and give them to the father, and there's an issue, then that's gonna hurt.
What if he lived
Because
cross country?
if he lives cross country, that's different. But if he's local and we bound to run into one another, real talk, and he's one of those
Let's
dudes
say
that,
he's not though. Let's say everything is perfect. Like he's
no,
married, he's
I'm
moved
talking about
on. He's
I'm
married.
talking about
I'm sorry.
the
Go
one
ahead.
that is. I'm talking about the one that is. It'll be tough to, for me to tolerate. Not that I couldn't deal with it, just to tolerate. But if the dude is cool, he's cool. We don't have any issues, man. If you respect the relationship, he ain't trying to, pull up when I'm out of town, then it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, I'm never gonna blame him if he's able to come back and be in his baby mama's life. She's to blame because she chose to, make that decision to play both sides when she was dealing with one.
King Asian Math on the panel and the channel, man. Thanks for pulling up, man. Means a lot to me and my audience. You want to touch on this subject? We kind of went on a tangent here, my man. We started with Mario saying God told him to tell all the good women out there to not lose hope. Here we go. I put it on the screen, and I'm gonna read it off to you. He said, "PSA to
Yeah,
all the go
what Mario are we talking about? The
the
Mario
singer."
from Mario Brothers?
No,
Okay.
the Mario the singer. I'm sorry, Mario the singer. You
And
should
how long
let me
ago?
love you. That the
Oh,
singer
I just
Mario.
wanna
okay,
love you.
All right, my bad, my
I,
bad.
no,
I got you right. I got to put it in context. So basically, you're right. I didn't put it in
it's
context.
something I really want. Let me get this out, please. I ain't trying to run your show.
Oh no, man,
When
go ahead, get your bars off.
when I ask a question, I kind of like throw the proximity of because to me it matters at times depending on the question. So when did he say this?
Um, let's pull it up. I want to say it was either yesterday or today.
Okay, long as it's been within a few months or this season. Okay, cool. All right, so
Yeah,
let's
like
go.
yesterday or today. You know, but he's deleted it since then. But basically, he said
Oh
PSA
shit,
to
that's a
all
lot
the
of information.
yeah, you know he deleted it. But he said
That's a
PSA to all the good women out there who God told me to tell you who may be losing hope, do not try to compete with these hoes. They are in a whole other league. Make a choice of who you want to be with and stick with it. FYI, a hoe is a different type of good woman for a certain type of man. Make sense? Question mark. Quote end quote. What do you think of that, Asian Math?
oh man, that's a lot of open room. I'm not trying to overcomplicate things, but once again, I'm on the panel, so it's a lot of people going to probably watch this playback. So I want everybody, oh, you boxed into one thing. Uh, I don't know what a hoe is to him. I don't.
Mm,
Now, if we're just talking about uh a one size fit all statement, generalized thing. Well, what do society, a majority of the society perceive as a whole? Okay, for that we can run with it. All right. So
okay.
if so, we're gonna run with that. All right. What general society perceive as a whole from the female gender perspective, because he did say women, right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, hoes is non-gender. You could be a male hoe. You could be a female hoe. But we talking
Oh
about women.
shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Asian Math dropped the. That's what I'm talking about. He came in here with the straight bars. Go ahead. Men can be
Well,
hoes
I mean,
too.
we done had this conversation before on other platforms, and I definitely done had it in real life and shit.
Well, share it with
So,
me and my audience because I like that. That's a different perspective.
share with you like what?
Men being hoes too, and like the perspective on that.
Well, I don't want to go down to that because I want to address the question, but I'll go down a real short, sidebar. Uh, just keeping it real, and I understand this is worldwide. There's no cap on this. You could pick this up in the corners of Africa, Asia, and all that shit. And I don't know who I'm running to in life, but at any time a person could pull this back up and say, "Well, you said this then." I've been perceived as a male hoe based on the amount of children I have, with the amount of women I done had children with. And then, as you might know personally, they're all females. So the stigma in my region is if you're a guy and you have 3 or more children and they're all females, oh, you a hoe. Once females will ask you that if they're just getting to know you. You got any kids? That always come up. That's a common question. I understand. It's a little invasive to me, but cool. You love your children, so you're proud of that. To me, that's my. I would never accomplish anything beyond my children. I don't care if I became a trillionaire. Yes, I mean it. So I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I have children. I'm never going to deny my children. And then, so, oh, what are they? Are they girls? No boys? No, all girls. I know what you was. I get it all the time. You know what I'm saying? So if you have all females and more than one girl, you're perceived as a male hoe. And they say that's the curse, because you've been so promiscuous out there that it's kind of like the karma that comes back on you. You're out there cracking a lot of eggs, or in this case, breaking a lot of hearts, or not, settling down with one woman. You being a male hoe, as went on this sidebar. So that's the receipt, having all girls. Okay, so that's that sidebar. Back to what we were saying. I don't know what Mario perceived as a hoe to him, because that's something that has a lot of layers. We run it with the general society perception of what a female hoe is. Uh, I
Right.
feel it's just a chick that doesn't desire commitment and highly promiscuous because of that.
Mm.
And it's other layer, like I said, it's multi-layered. And this is just my definition. So she doesn't desire commitment. Check that box. Uh, very promiscuous. Check that box. Her value of her self-worth is currency related. You know what I'm saying? Money, whatever word you want to put in there.
I get you.
Economic related. Her value is based on what type of economic status she can obtain for her body, for whatever it is. It could be her eyes or nose, but we know what generally it usually is. You know what I'm saying? Her vagina. Her vagina. I'm just, speaking, if some kids can make money off of betting her eyes, okay, cool, but you're a hoe with that. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But we know what most of the females do. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be either something
They
below
twerking
their
that
stomach.
monkey.
Exactly. There you go. Check that box. And
Check that box.
check that box. You get the double entendre. Check that box.
Right.
But
Sir, hold
anyway,
tight. We're gonna get to you.
yeah. So once again, check that box. And she's really disengaged with family orientation, which mainly check this other box. She had a very traumatized experience majority of the time with her father. They say, oh, girls with father issues, daddy issues, or whatever the case. And I don't know, and the trauma is a big room as well. So it checks a lot of bounds. So we can go to either daddy wasn't there or whatever the case is, yada yada yada. But when it comes to Mel, she's really just that disengaged unless it comes to sex. And that's probably where she could just find a little comfort zone in there. And then she's machismo minded with it,
Mm.
or alpha male with it, where a lot of, no, you got to be timid and all that. She like, motherfucker, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna try to whip it on him like he tried to whip it on me. And if this bitch dude falls in love with the monkey, I'm a pimp his ass. You know what I'm saying? I'll check that box. You add all that up to me, you got the female hoe.
So,
And
do you
she
agree
had,
with Mario that like good women should stop trying to compete with hoes?
now this is me with good women. If you're a good woman, you're not competing with no one but the person you were yesterday.
Preach. Oh man, Agent Mav dropping them bars. Man, I should have. Man, I need to hit you up early before the show. Cause I should have said that in my opener. Damn, I could have used that
Well,
one.
you got my number. Like I say, the people I
I
really
don't. I
met with
don't
on her,
though. I don't. Put it
yes,
in the private chat though. If so, I didn't lock it in.
I can call you right now. So I ain't trying to sun you up on your show. You just say you
No,
forgot my number. We
let me
done
double
talked
check. Let me
offline.
double check. Let me double check. Let me double check. Make
Mark,
sure I
I can
saved it
call you
though.
right now unless you done changed your number. So
I
if I
got you.
got basically what I'm saying, if I
You
got
right.
your number, you
You
have
right.
mine.
You right. You right. I pulled it up.
Hey, King, I need to ask you this: when it comes to the whole period dealing with a female, right? Doesn't the springboard of veracity deals with the female in general when it comes to a hoe? It doesn't really pertain to us unless we have that one. I mean, I'm talking about that one record. If it deals with a lot of kids or we have a body count.
Hold on, sir. What is your number for a lot of kids now? Let me see if
A
I
lot of
fall
a
into.
lot of kids, a lot of kids for someone who can be considered a
Hold
hoe
on.
would be 6 or 7.
Ooh. Okay, go ahead.
About 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? Because really, when
Go ahead.
you look
I
at
gotta plead the
4,
fifth on
yeah, you look at 4, they say, oh, he's a family man, whatever. It depending on if they with the same woman or different babies' moms. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, go ahead.
But I just think the springboard of veracity comes more so for the women who's out there that has placed themselves in a lifestyle where they are with a lot of men and they're known to be with a lot of men, and that's the lane they choose to continue to drive each and every time. They cannot stay in a single relationship. They want to be with multiple men for the whether it be material or financial benefits, and that's how they roll.
Mhm.
So when it comes to hoe,
Yeah.
from where I'm from, it's never been about the man. You know what I'm saying? It's just been about the woman. But I know where you're getting at though. When it comes to
Mhm.
us though,
Yeah, no, I just I wanted to preface that because uh females, because I personally check out on some of the things you just said. Uh and they look, they will come and that would be, uh their their perception, To me, once you get to know the person, you pretty much right as far as the female side of the dude. I mean of the coin, of the whole definition. Yeah, that checks off a lot. But on the male side, it's basically just like you got a lot of children with different women. Uh, we gonna say the number at 4, because I think Future has I don't know how many children he got, but I know he had at least 4 baby mamas, so that equates 4 children. He's considered as a male hoe, and but no, it is for the majority a stigma for females. Yeah.
So,
Uh,
Asia Mav, do you agree with Mario that good? I know you said good women, a good woman doesn't compete with anybody but the person, but the woman she was the day before. So I guess that's a disagreement. How do you feel about the other two things that we have on the screen right here? And I'm gonna let Sir come in after you. Um, uh, do
I didn't
men
know if
want good?
had actually answered a sir question correctly. If I got to the end of it, I mean, do you feel that answered your question, sir?
I thought that was the bomb ass answer. If you want to elaborate further, by all means, do your thing.
Well, no,
Because
I
I
mean,
thought that was a dope ass answer.
yeah, I didn't think I really had much to answer. Yeah, I think a majority of the times when you hear "hoe," it applies to the female. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, only females come. I don't have too many guys calling me a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's the conversation just done went left, and then you hear, "Oh, you a whole ass nigga and shit." And I don't even get offended to that, because like I said, I get called that by females, or how am I go crazy if a dude say that shit? You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's not what you call me, it's what I'm an answer to.
Big
So,
facts.
I curse less, if a guy say some shit like that, as long as you ain't gay saying that shit, we ain't no issue. Say what you want to say. That's your Fifth Amendment right, or whatever the case. But
Trust me.
yeah, sir, yeah, if to put that one in the question, yeah, I think it, veracity of it, applies to females. And I would even go a little bit further when I say based on society, justifiably so. Now a lot of females might hear this and get on the panel, what the fuck? And then that's a whole nother conversation for another day.
Right.
But back to you on what you were saying, do I agree with Mario for the general thing, putting everything in a nutshell? For the mass majority of the definitions of this topic, yeah, I feel a good woman should really just be focused on herself and what she brings to the table, because her value system is definitely different to quote unquote what the general what most people consider as a whole.
Okay.
And
Well, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
so why why stoop that low? What I had to come to understand about myself, when I'm dealing with a lot of negative energy, is that person got more experience down there than you. So why go down there and fight that battle with them? If they can reach to your level, then fight a fair one with them. We just on either verbal, physical, whatever the case. So don't go down. So what they got to do with women hoes competing with good, quote unquote, good women. Uh, if she has a guy that you desire, if he's showing her any kind of attention, he's showing her that attention on a whole level.
Mm.
So if you're a quote unquote good woman and you know your value system, unless you want to have you got some hoe in you, now we got to question how good of a woman are you. But if you are a good woman, you'd be like, you know what? yeah, he hits the checks and balances on a lot of areas, but in that area, no. So, I mean, I could still be cool. What I'm just saying, that's what if I could be in the mind of a good woman. I'm not a woman, so I can't really speak for a woman. But I'm just saying, if we
Right.
put the shoe on the other foot, me as a good guy, I'll be looking at a female. She fucking around with some low life thug ass dudes, and I'm she cool, but I gotta let her do her. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't gonna be competing with this dude, you know, for her and all that shit. So on the female side, I feel it applies the same. She's a good woman. Good woman is to me is a rare commodity. It is.
Oh, really?
Uh Come on, fam. Women populate the earth. You know what I'm saying? What's the first when you look at historical this real quick, and we ain't gonna go too far with this. We ain't gonna change the trajectory of this conversation. But when you read historical scribe, one of the oldest scribes you done read, who was the first woman you heard of?
Enlighten me.
No, I'm just asking you. It's not enlightening you. I'm just asking you your honest answer. It
Say
might
it
not be
again?
when you read historical scribe or documents, what is one of the oldest or first female names that you hear?
Virgin Mary.
So you don't hear of Eve before Mary.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Eve.
That's a question. I don't know. I
I
still
didn't
don't
think
know
of
what
that
you're
one. I
asking.
was thinking, look, that was my first thing. Like,
So
you put
now,
me on
so
the
now that
spot.
you
So
put it,
that's a good one.
but now that you thought that,
I'm good
which
at
one?
Family Feud though, man, but you threw me off with that one. So I think I would have still got on the board with that one though. Mother Teresa, Eve, number one answer. we're gonna go with Eve, Steve. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
So you said now Eve is definitely historically documented as being older than Virgin Mary. You said.
I don't know about do we got no ages on that. I don't want to get in that because you're gonna put me in a whole nother box right now that I might not want to.
Well,
We
according
got
to
to
the
do a whole
document,
nother.
yeah, yeah.
According
Like I
to
said,
the
we ain't gonna
book,
go. Yeah,
because I
according to
ain't
the
seen no
book,
birth certificate.
right? But according to the books, if we're gonna believe that it
The
was Eve,
story.
you're right. The story,
Okay.
Eve is definitely older than her. And look what the picture they painted as Eve. Once again, if we're gonna believe this quote unquote Bible, uh, look what she did.
Hey, look,
Well,
I
honestly,
there we
honestly,
go. Hey, sir, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself to the people and jump in wherever you went feel like coming in. That we was talking about a lot, but just to let you know, we was talking about Mario had a statement. He said good women should not compete with hoes. He said God told him to say that. That's how we got here. God told him to say good women.
he might have,
Look,
because
it's on the screen
God
right
told you
here.
not to love them hoes.
Okay, so just to get you caught up and bring you in.
Don't people laughing, y'all. Sorry.
PS, nah, man, enjoy yourself, man. We having fun, man. Look, we can't take nothing too serious out here, man. The life is serious enough. We don't have to take YouTube that serious, right? But PSA to all good women out there. God told me to tell you who may be losing hope, do not try to compete with these hoes. They in a whole other league. Make a choice of who you want to be and stick with it, respectfully. FYI, a hoe is a different type of good woman for a certain type of man. Make sense? Question mark. Quote, end quote. This is Single Mario, ladies and gentlemen. You can follow him at Mario Worldwide. He has deleted this post, however, and put up a post of him smoking good ganja. Or something
Go
that
ahead, sir.
implies him smoking good ganja. So with that said, I'm gonna pass the mic to my man, sir. Sir, it's a lot, man, on the table, man. Shout out to Tupac today. March today, he was shot 5 times at Quad Studios. And yeah, we're talking about, but we deep into this relationship conversation now. So that's where we at with all the conversation. Where do you want to jump in at, sir?
I'm gonna say salute to you, my brother Mark, and salute to the panel. Salute to everybody who's in the chat. Anybody who's going to listen to the playback. Anybody who was in the chat earlier. Um, I would say I want to jump in right there because you said, like, I appreciate you said the Virgin Mary, and I would say Joseph is one of the realest men of the Bible because my bro, my elder Joseph, he said, "Wait a minute now." He said, and I'm paraphrasing, but this is pretty much what he said. He said, "Wait a minute now. With all the love in the world, I love her. I chose her. She bad and she know it. But I ain't poked it yet. And she pregnant. Lord, I'm gonna put her away on the low. I ain't gonna kill her because I love her. But I'm gonna put her away on the low. And the Lord had to come to him personally and said, nah, I did this. Stall her out. Stall her out. He said,
I'm the
okay,
pappy.
Lord.
The Lord had to
Okay,
come to her and
Lord.
say, I'm the pappy.
Yeah, because Joseph was about to say, "Hey, I love her, but I'm about to put her away on the low for real." Because you ain't about to sit and play my face.
The Mormon show wasn't invented yet.
Nah, but you
Exactly.
know what they used to do, man? You can look this up. I'm not good at quoting the scripture, but look this up, man. If your woman, you thought your woman was cheating on you, you would give her a little bit of poison. And if she didn't die, that means she didn't cheat on you.
Yo, it's a
You know
lot of stuff
ketchup
out
was
there.
medicine at one point, right? Okay. We'll
Yeah,
just leave it alone.
yeah. Ketchup was
Somebody
medicine.
in there committing a murder. Who dropped the knives? Golly.
Somebody doing a
Allegedly,
breaking and entering.
allegedly.
Right. Allegedly. Hey, look, man. But shout out to all you guys, man. I'm having a blast, man. Means a lot to me. So let's keep this thing moving around. Sir, talk to me. Talk to me about this right here. Oh, somebody put a good my boy J8, he put something good in the chat. He was like, it's more in a man's nature to be with multiple women. I'm gonna start
Oh, I
off
was
with
gonna get
Sir.
to that.
I'm gonna start with Sir. I'm gonna pass it to Scott, then back to King Asian Math to King Ho. I'm sorry.
Look,
I'm sorry.
World
I'm joking.
Combat ain't been saying nothing. He's sitting back quiet like he got skeletons in this closet. He done got quiet like, oh shit, these niggas being too real on this one.
No, you was
Okay,
talking, bro.
but
I
I
was
just
just letting you
want
talk.
before we really get into that part, I wanna ask because that's gonna segue into what I'm gonna say. I want to ask each brother to answer a simple question.
Let me cut
If
my
you
camera
have
on.
a
What you about to
choice,
say?
if you have a choice of having one woman who can cook, she's good in bed, she listens to you, she like gives you like emotional or mental support, she easy to talk to, you can chill with her, she hits all the categories that as a man you look for in a woman, or you have 4 or 5 women who each one can do a little bit of one, but they lacking severely in the other. Which one would you want? That one woman
One,
who got all
one,
of it?
one. Cause them other girls can talk, and I don't want to hear the shit. Hearing one woman talk is enough, man. Okay, dead ass, man. It's a joke in there, but it's some real shit in there too, man. Like all that nagging, man. Look, it's bad enough. Okay, my wife tell me to take out the trash. Okay, yeah, damn, I forgot that. Yeah, I appreciate it. But everybody's gonna have something that they telling me they want me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, man. They made a show about this on HBO. It was called Big Love, and it was a great show. Rest in peace to that lead actor. He passed away. Damn, I forgot his name. It was a good show. But it was a show about polygamy. And I guess they almost had to keep it secret where they was at because, it wasn't legal, I guess. I don't know, man. It was a great, great, great show, man. But no, man, I'll take one woman, man, for life because it's just hard enough to keep one person happy, man. It's hard enough to live with one woman, let alone even having moving somebody in who's a relative and letting them stay with you. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
so that's hard enough. That's just me personally. But I don't want to hog the mic. You guys are my guests, so
All
anybody
right,
jump in.
so World Combat, I want you to answer that, and then we'll pass it to the next brother. If you had the choice.
Definitely have to take that one. I have to take that one because it's just easy and accessible, man. It's that's less I have to plan. With 5, I gotta plan an itinerary. The calendar have to be tight, on point, punctual. I gotta make sure I can meet their demands. If we all going out this time, that time, or the other. No, I gotta stick with the one, man. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn it, if that sex start going away, I'm gonna be on that 5. I'm just saying that's the one deal breaker right there. Women think they can pull away sex and keep a relationship tight. No.
All right, all right.
Oh, that's it.
I mean, damn, World Combat sound a little aggressive on that.
I know. I agree with
You
him,
gonna give me?
and
You gonna
that's
give me
why I
pussy
wanted to
what?
go back. Want to go back to Sir. Give me the breakdown one more time. I know the one woman, she cooks, she cleans, she the all in one. She's the Swift knife kit. You know, she
Yeah,
the jack of all trades. Okay, now what? Break down the 5 for me again.
the 5 is technically they just a piece of that one, but they don't have the other qualities. They only have 1 or 2 of those qualities. They don't have those other qualities.
Where the trust level at? Where's the honesty and loyalty level at with the 5? I'm just coming from you, because if I could put my own loyalty and honesty level on them, I'm gonna take the 5. But I'm wondering from you, where are their
I mean, it's a
honor level?
realistic situation. It's like, okay, well, there is obviously, even if they all know about each other, there's a level of honesty and trust, but common sense says you're dealing with 5 women. Even before they're women, they're people. You're dealing with 5 people. There's going to
Right.
be mistrust and some foolishness
Okay.
in there
All
at
right.
least sometime. It's 5
Okay. So
people. And now these people are women. You got to add that in too. And there are
okay.
5 women dealing with or dealing against other
Right.
women. So if they're
Okay.
too close together, it's going to be some foolishness. If they're too far apart, it's going to be some foolishness. So wait, that balance already with 5. But I'm not trying to sway your answer. I'm trying to let you.
No, now I needed to know where you was coming from with it, because, like, in my perfect world, if it's 5 women that there are certain type of levels with, I will go with the 5. But what you just saying in a more common scenario situation, we're dealing with 5 women that has 5 periods per month, I'm gonna have to go with the 1, because that's easier to deal with.
What if they been through
Now,
menopause? What if you got 5 golden girls?
Well, they still, to be honest, a woman who's been through menopause still has some of the same mood
hold up.
swings and trash.
You
Is that,
bullshit.
Yes,
Absolutely.
they do.
yeah,
Oh
that's
my
called
God.
damn, what is that? No, what is
No.
that called? Come on, man. What's that when the
It's
chicks
call
get?
a problem.
It's
That's what it's called.
postmortem.
I know,
It's
man.
postpartum.
No, I'm talking about the medical
I
term.
ministrate.
Postpartum.
That man
No, yeah,
said
no,
postpartum. Oh my God. My
no.
man
It's
said
like the
postpartum.
postpartum. Y'all almost had it. Then he said that, it just threw me all the way off. But I guess you could call it that too and
I
shit.
think,
You know
but
what
I
I'm saying?
think it's called a menstruation cycle, right? Don't they menstruate?
Oh, I'm talking about when they get older, and it's not this.
Menopause?
They start.
When the menopause, when the menstruation pause, that's what I thought was going on. I
Yeah,
thought they
I
don't.
probably. I get. Yeah, I guess
Oh
that's. I
man.
guess that is it. Yeah. But yeah,
But
that means even more crazy mood swings and
yeah, because
shit.
see, the thing
Them,
is
them the
this:
ones with.
just like the ones who
Go ahead.
get a hysterectomy, like they're worse 9 times out of 10
Oh shit.
because the physical act of them bleeding and them releasing those eggs and endorphins and all of that, that process, it helps them literally release some of that stuff. It's a
Right.
physical thing and emotional. But when they get a hysterectomy, they don't literally release that stuff anymore.
Right.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So now that physical part of it is
It's
no
still
longer
there.
there,
I need a
but the
woman on the
emotional
panel.
part's
I need
still
a
there.
woman to. I'll put the link out on Facebook. I need a woman to join the panel for something like this.
But
Golly.
No,
it's no
because you
need.
might be
It's no
going
need
through
to
that,
have a.
man. I think it's healthier when us guys, because
It's
Well,
no.
tell
It's
me
no
in the
need to
chicks
get a
chat.
woman because it's dependent on how old she is and what she's been through. Has she had kids? How many kids she's had? You know,
Thank
has she
you.
been in a relationship for a long period of time? You know, what can she apply to the topic of discussion that we're asking? You know what I'm saying? How old is he? First of all,
Look,
like
let me put my banner up. We're gonna take a. I'm gonna see
Yeah,
if I
because
can put the link
I've
up.
actually dealt with women who have had
Stirred up the
hysterectomy.
hornets. If you get the wrong one, which the odds is not in our favor, she gonna get on here and cuss all us out. I'm
Nah,
telling
nah, nah,
you.
nah,
right.
nah, nah,
I
There she
mean,
goes. Yeah.
I'm
nah,
good.
nah,
I,
I'm good
I
with
nah,
got
nah,
some
nah.
women.
ask. I got some
I'm
ask
I'm
Sir and King
I'm good with
and Mark.
abusing women.
I got you.
You know,
I
so
got a question to
it'll be
ask
all
Sir
right.
and King Mark. All y'all on the panel.
Go ahead, sir.
What's the most important factor to keep you with that woman? If you pick that one woman and what you've read off on what she has, you know what I'm saying, to keep you there. What is the
Well,
one
you the
never
one that
go
posed
away?
the question, you know, with all the attributes in her. So I mean, you got to run that list one more time, and I'll let you know.
Who was Sir that proposed that question with the attributes, right?
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and do it again right quick. And put it out there for us again.
Okay, so communication, she can communicate. She got a level of support. She can support you emotionally, mentally, however you need support. She can
Mhm.
support you. Um, she's understanding. She can actually listen to what you're saying and learn. Um, and she actually takes the time to understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
Um,
Ooh, all
then
good attributes.
then the cooking, and not just solely just cooking, but she nourishes you in however way you need it,
And plus,
physical
you
and
so
otherwise.
fine as with a banging body. You said that too now.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then I said her
It-
her looks as well. Her
So
looks was the fifth one.
so let me ask you this. What's the most important one you need to stay? And if it left, does the relationship sustain itself?
I
Uh,
wouldn't say there's one. I would say it would have to be two. But
No, I'm talking about one. If it's one that goes away, and I'm just saying, if it's that one, okay, what's the most important one of all those that you need to sustain a relationship? What is that one?
for me, it would be the level of, if she's not understanding, if she can't understand what I'm saying, she can't understand me, she can't like grow and build and be better. I don't need her. I can help her cultivate herself to be better in any one of those other categories. But without understanding, you can't learn, and you don't have no willingness, and you don't even understand me. So we're gonna be bumping heads off of that anyway.
Mm.
What about you, King?
Mine's I'm gonna have to say it's the support one, and I guess I'm speaking from a selfish, a selfish space. But I mean, that's my honest answer. It have to be the support one. If she could come in, because I'm confident in my leadership skills. I mean, I have multiple daughters. A couple of them have degrees. Yeah, the list goes on and on. These are just facts. And so I've been real instrumental in guiding their lives. So if she can be supportive of my leadership, then cool, she on board. You know
So
what I'm saying?
sex was in there too, right?
Yeah, that was in
Yeah.
the nourishment.
Call it the
Sex going.
nourishment. So the nourishment goes away. Y'all still good? Just say the
Well,
Yeah,
nourishment
because
goes to twice a month.
I can teach her
Nourishment goes down to twice a month. You good?
I can
oh,
teach her how to bring it back.
No, it ain't no teaching. I'm just saying she took it away, and that's going to be her routine. That's going to be her schedule, her daily planner, weekly planner, and that is one of the part of the attributes that falls beneath the priority list. The nourishment.
Okay,
It
if
falls last on the priority list. Can you sustain a relationship that way
can I
without
sustain a
fucking around?
relationship?
start dancing around the question.
Let me
I,
ask you. So, can I sustain a relationship if the sex is gone? Is that what you're asking?
Correct. If the affection is very diminutive, and you have to literally beg for it, you don't get it except what, twice a month. Do you sustain that relationship?
Um, what you said, sex or affection?
Come on, sir. Come on,
I'm saying
dog.
I'm trying to be real. I'm trying to be
man,
Goddamn
just
nice
say you
fucking.
don't
for the
want to
people on the
answer, man.
playback.
Goddamn
Just
fucking.
say let King Agent
Okay.
go first. Just say
All right. So, all right. Let me just keep it real with you. So, because you got to understand, it could be a medical reason. If it's a medical reason or whatever else, or something like that, I can work with her if she's not trying to, manipulate me with, what I'm saying, with the vagina. If she ain't trying to manipulate me with the vagina, then she's good. If it's like a medical reason, or maybe she's on a fast or you know something like that. Like I can
Well,
deal
this
without
is
getting
one of
some.
those natural these one of these natural decision making right here, just from the relationship itself. It may be some arguments going on in between, but she's one of those people that just forget all the other scenarios. She just feels that every now and then, once or twice a month, that's about it you getting. But all the other attributes you quantified there, you say, okay, cool, you got that. But the
Oh,
sex, nah. You get that twice a month. You good?
I don't know. I really don't know because I've never ever heard of that in life where a woman would
It
tell you
happens. It
no,
sure
where a
do.
woman will give you everything else
Hey,
in the
sir, if
relationship
you
and
don't
no
mind, me
sex.
just real quick, sir, what is your age? If you ain't got to give a dirt, just give me a parameter. What is your
I'll
age?
tell you my straight age is 36.
Oh, I mean, what do that? You say what?
It's 36, but I know like was raised around old people, like so I'm kind of old fashioned, but at the same time, still I know about these young hoes. So I just keep it real. So all the way through, there's no woman from a good woman to just a female who if she's giving you everything else, she's not going to give you her body unless it's a physical reason, even a spiritual reason. She's
Mm.
not, if she's giving you everything else, she's not going to not give you her body. Unless it's physically, it has to be some real reason, like why not? It has to be, oh,
Maybe
it's
she's
spiritual.
waiting. Maybe she's waiting.
Yeah,
So
that's
why
why
Or she
why
she
you
already
a
got.
why
spiritual
you put
reason
it?
or a physical reason. That's the only way she won't. And she'll she may still stick to her morals, but she's gonna be wanting to waver on the spiritual reason as well. I'm just telling you, especially if you've already had sex before, like, and you doing what you're supposed to do, and she's willing to give you the whole rest of her, she not gonna hold the cookie back, bruh. She could if she giving you the steak, she gonna give you the cookie. I'm
Nah,
trying to
man. I'm
tell
gonna
you,
let you know. Some of these
Sir, you
girls,
can't
some of
in the
these hoes trying to be
I
redeemed.
disagree, sir.
Yeah,
even the
some.
ones being redeemed.
Nah, but don't pick me to be redeemed with. Nah, don't show up. Hey, look, my nigga, don't show up with me with 2, 3 kids talking
Mark, can
about
I
I'm saving
uh,
myself. Nah, no. I need
Yeah.
what them niggas got. Cause these kids looking just like they daddies in here. They don't even look like you at all. And they don't even look like each other. Nah, you
right?
gotta give me some of that ass, baby. Or not, I'm gonna drop you. I'm gonna have to leave you back at the bus stop. You
All
can't
right.
you
So
can't
is
get it.
that
You
your
can't
answer,
get in the
Mark?
Camry. You can't get in the
Because I'm ready,
Camry.
ready to answer that. That's a good question, World Combat. Really good.
Dead ass, man. I'm just getting my jokes off, but I'm serious, man. Come
But
on, man.
I'm
You
serious
can't be
too.
telling me you saving it.
If I mean, if it's a spiritual reason or a physical reason, you physically can't do it, you sick. Or spiritual, okay, you're really not, and we ain't never got none, and we keeping it holy, holy. Well, we can do the holy, holy. We
What
can
if
do
she
the
already
holy,
got
holy.
2 kids though?
We, I can look past that.
I
If
can look
she,
past it too, but you can't tell me we gonna look past the ass though. Like, nah.
I mean,
Like,
I can, because I'm a
what if she
little
need to move
different.
in with you? What if she need to move in with you? So she don't moved in with you. Y'all spooning every night. Her kids eating up all your Captain Crunch, and they ain't even eating it right. They just picking the berries out. Don't got their dirty hands all in your Captain
See,
Crunch,
that's what
eating
I'm
all your
saying. See,
berries,
that's the extra
and
stuff,
then
and that's the extra stuff.
That's too
That's
much.
the extra
Ad libbing.
Nah, that Captain Crunch come with some back shots, man. I'm telling them, like, look, baby, you want me to whoop your kids? What? No,
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way she's good on every aspect but that one, unless it's a spiritual reason or a physical reason. So, like, I just know for a fact, unless it's like, okay, well, I'm really about the Lord and I'm trying not, and I'm trying to be celibate, then unless she's being celibate or it's a physical reason why she can't have sex or she can't have sex that much, she's going to have sex with you. Because if you stimulate her mind and you're stimulating her in every other way, and you're doing what you're supposed to do, and she wants to stimulate you in every way, the physical automatically comes with that. So that's why I'm saying it's like, I understand it's a scenario and you want to be straightforward with the scenario, but a woman who's going to play games with the vagina, is a woman who's going to play games in the rest of the relationship as well. That's really the reason why she's playing games with the vagina. She playing games with it, with the cookie, because she's bribing you or she's punishing you. And a person
Okay,
who's going to
hey,
bribe,
right
go
there.
ahead.
I agree with you when you say bribing. So isn't that why she would hold that shit off? I never said you're not gonna get anything else. I'm saying the reason why she has that shit on a reserve. That shit is time released twice a month. You know what I'm saying? She may be bribing you. She may be doing something else for you to work for it. Could you live with what her actions are attributing to? Could you do that?
Nah, cause nah, because either we gonna do it right or we going or we not. If we just happen to, if she's the one controlling everything, it's not like, okay, well, we only gonna have sex twice a month because we try not to have sex, but shoot, we got needs, and twice a month we just gonna cut it at that. That's something different. But when she's saying, I'm going to control this and I'm going to control the bedroom, then that means she's saying that she's going to control the relationship. And when she's controlling the relationship, you're not controlling it, and she feels that she has power and control over the bedroom, it's going to spill into the rest of your relationship. It's automatic. Like that's how it works. And then her love for you, her affection for you, all of that is going to change. A woman cannot fully like and love, which is considered being in love with a man she can easily manipulate. I mean, you can learn that from breaking all the rules, and that's just a movie.
Say that again, sir, please. Even though I'm ready to answer World Combat Sports, say that one little part again.
The part about a woman can't like and love, which is
Exactly.
considered being in love with a man she can easily manipulate.
Right. And you say she really, then she, therefore, she's really not in love with him. It sounds like
Yeah,
that.
if
That's how you ended it.
yeah, so I mean, you a woman who can, no matter what type of woman she is, if she can easily manipulate you, she can't be in like and in love. I mean, be she can't like you and love you, which is consistent of being in love. The
So
difference between
which one would it be if she's playing manipulative games like that with the sex and all that? Which one is it then?
she
That
might,
means oh,
yeah, she might love you, she might like you, but she doesn't fully like you at the same right level and love you at the right level because she
then she's
don't.
not really in love with you. It's kind of like
Facts.
I don't want to give you the answer. I don't
No,
want to
that's
tell you
facts.
what you
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to break it down as blatant
right,
as possible for the people on the playback.
right.
It's just that simple. She's not, because if she can manipulate you easily, honestly, almost at all past a certain point, but that especially easily, she don't respect you as a man, because she, no matter if it's only her who can do it, she'll look at you different.
Right.
She'll feel for you different because she can manipulate you. Now, there's a difference in her manipulating you and you showing that you care for her. It's a fine line. And sometimes it's a dramatic line, but sometimes it's a fine line in between those. But
Right.
that's just what it is.
Now, can I answer World Combat question?
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you. In a nutshell, without making this real long, you say long as the support doesn't waver, one of the others will fall off, and that's the sex. She's choosing to play games with the sex for whatever reason. It could be spiritual, emotional, physical, health reasons, or whatever. I don't give a fuck what it is. If that falls off, am I still good with the relationship with her? And my question, real short, with that being prefaced, is an absolutely fucking yes. But keep in mind that support factor doesn't waver. Now you said I don't think that done fell off. It's the sex. And yeah, she got a bomb body, she got some good box and all that shit. But that support factor is still 1 trillion. Damn right. Because she ain't got the only good box out there. That's real shit. So whenever I'm out here satisfying my sexual needs, she's still supportive. She said whatever it is when I'm not at home or what, yeah, we're living together. So when I'm not at the mansion, she got it locked down. Baby, I'll be gone for 3 weeks. And I ain't got to question nothing about what she's doing her, because if she ain't giving it to me, she ain't giving it to no one else. So I ain't worrying about that. She's taking care of business. Because you say none of the other stuff waited. So
None.
I ain't that hung up on one particular pick. Maybe that's my downfall to a certain degree in the society what we live in. But I never say, hey, this is mine. It's just my turn to any female I've been with. Straight up. And I learned that I consider my early 20s early on in life. I for some reason just snapped into me. I'm not that possessive of another of a female right there like that, because early on in my life, I started seeing that how as population uh goes, male versus females, we're outnumbered drastically, and we're talking about decades ago. And so if a female for whatever reason choose to say, hey, I'm not feeling real sexual about you, I'm not gonna stand up probably for that moment. It might stroke an ego, like, chick, this me though. And then, after a little while, you know what? You cool. Next. Oh, you not feeling me either. Next. Oh, you not feeling me either. Next. And it's not gonna be that many nicks being called.
Have
You
y'all
know.
been in a relationship more about 20 years or more?
No.
Nope.
Y'all wouldn't really know what the question is about then, because you have to be in a relationship long enough to understand how that can filter off.
No, fam. Because we going to how you preface the question. As long as nothing else falls off.
No,
You
you
know what
answer
I'm
that.
saying?
You answer that well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even.
Just a different
It's just.
different
I
disagreement.
just threw something different out there. But what you said, I heard you loud and clear for real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
that,
I'm trying to change the goalposts.
Nah,
I haven't been in a relationship over 20 years. I think the longest mine had lasted, if I want to add up everything, we would
but
say 12 years, just from when we met until when all four wheels fell off. Of course, it was like some breaks in between, you know what I'm saying? But I'd say it was 12 years. And uh, I don't think it would have made a difference if it was 32 years, if the sex is gone. Because I'm just saying, for me, I can't speak for all the other guys. I don't think that I would have been that emotionally or psychologically attached to her sexually to where I couldn't uh, be satisfied by another female in that same realm. I just don't see it. Unless she did some type of voodoo shit on me to where no other that, just saying. Now in that case, that's a whole nother dynamic, but I don't think time would be a actual factor in how I'm being sexually satisfied with her. I kind of like get what you're saying. You're accustomed to her, and it might feel like, oh, if she's the one, and I can't uh solve my oats unless it's with her. I just don't see that about me. You know what I'm saying? Hers could be better than all the other chicks, but my main objective was I just got to release, because that's my male nature. You know
yeah,
what
for
I'm saying?
sure. I
but let
get
me
it. That's
ask
all I'm saying. Like,
let me ask you this. Go ahead, work on back. I'm sorry.
no, you good? Go ahead.
My question to you is how was because I believe any relationship, if you're in a relationship long enough, is gonna have some dry spots when in the sexual in the bedrooms part, right? You're gonna have times where you guys are all on each other and times where we might not do it but like once or twice a month, like you said. So I think it's all about how long, because I think J8 said it best earlier. Communication is the key. How do you communicate that to the person other than straight saying it? Like, you can drop clues. You can say, "Hey, we going out, blah blah blah," wink wink. Or the girl could wear something sexy, or the guy could, put some rose petals down and start lighting candles and dimming the lights, playing the slow song. Play that sex tape that y'all done made. I mean the mixtape sex tape, not the real sex tape. I mean, the music that you guys like to make love to. So I think it's things you can do to get people or get people in the mood, like, because you can't just get on top and poke. You know what I'm saying? I think it comes with making sure the woman is satisfied and pleased as well.
A
And
woman ain't trying.
I would
A
like to
woman ain't
go.
trying to
I
be
would like to go
satisfied every
along.
time.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. It was I didn't know. Go, I heard sir and I heard you. World Combat. What was you saying? World Combat.
Really, in a relationship, not all the time the woman is looking to be pleased because it kind of takes more out of them than it do us.
And can I add on to that? A lot of the times in those scenarios, it's after children start coming into play. At least in my personal
Hmm.
experience.
Yeah.
Once the children start coming into play, it takes that energy that y'all was having, that sexual energy. The children takes away from that, not purposely, but I mean it's just organically. You know what I'm saying? And like someone just said, it takes it more away from her than the guy. And I guess because she's putting that nurturing energy into the children, and so she's not putting the children giving her headaches. That's why you hear that, oh, I got a headache shit. And sometimes she's not playing. I had to realize that at first. I said, a headache again? Well, we got aspirin in her. What the fuck? But no, I'm just saying, I wasn't understanding at the time, but then I, sat back and just had to really observe it and be more mindful of the situation, because she was dealing with the children more than I was. And okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm fresh off work. I done seen a lot of ass and titties. I come on, I'm gonna take this out on her. But she didn't had a day, and you just got to be understanding to it if in that long term relationship. But after a while, something got to give. And so in the real world scenarios, yeah, when that happens, that's when a lot of guys just check out. They probably don't leave the woman, but other things going to come into play. For those that won't, there's two that will in that regard. They waiting. The most pursued guy is a guy in a steady relationship. I think y'all all done experienced that. When you were single, that chicks ain't check me out. But once you get a chick on your arm, dang, all of them looking at you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or they trying to test you because it builds up their self-esteem. Or I could take her man, or I could make him look, or whatever the case, or yada yada yada. Now they want you and shit.
Go
But
ahead, sir.
Yeah, I was gonna kind of chime in on that same point. Was that you have to look at the situation and say that you have to understand yourself and you have to understand your mate. So when that communication is not just, talking, it's like you were saying, you're communicating to them, hey, I want some affection. I want some sex. I want some sex. I want some affection. I want both. I don't just want to hump you. I want I want to be turned on and you look sexy and everything else too. Don't just get naked. I mean,
Right.
eventually I get tired of you just seeing you naked. I can see you naked all the time. Like, but sometimes I want you to dress sexy or, do something different.
yeah, just
So
entice.
yeah, it's just a thing of you also have to communicate that to them and understand them. They say, well, you can see that, okay, well, she's stressed out. So let me do something where I want us both to enjoy this. Then let me do something to help take that stress off of her. Well, she been with the kids, that's stressing her out. They adding the donkey. Hey, listen to your mom, get yourself together. Matter of fact, I got you. And I'm gonna put them to bed. That's gonna give her the time to unwind, might give her a little massage or maybe not. I mean, not always, but still, I'm gonna put them to bed and give her a few moments to unwind. So now we can chill and do what we do. So you have to do that give and take, and that's what's going to make your relationship better. Also, touching leads to more touching. So if you are constantly touching her mind, you're touching her heart, you're touching her spirit, you're touching her body, she's going to want you to touch her mind, heart, body, and spirit all the time, all over. So that falling off might be a time constraint. But when you get back to that, okay, well, we, the last 2 months, we only did something, 2 times the month. Oh, well, we got a whole bunch of making up to do. And you're going to want to do that. You're going to look forward to that. Even if it is, say, once a week or every, other week, you looking forward to that time. You're going to start finding ways to make that time. Because whatever you want and you really want is a priority to you, you're going to find a way to do it. A smoker going to smoke, a drinker going to drink. So if you're trying to poke, then if you a poker, you going to find a way to poke.
Facts.
Yeah,
but
go
go
ahead.
ahead. I just want to say World Combat, I know he's saying, yeah, it all sounds good until you on year 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, right? It
Right.
sounds easy. You want to speak to that from that angle of somebody who's been in a relationship that long and still to say, hey, because I think David Allen Greer said it best. Now granted, he's speaking from somebody who has a lot of money, I'm sure, to pay off divorce and understands that world a lot different. But he said, hey, we were together for 20 years. We had a child. The marriage wasn't a failure. It was a success. It was successful. I mean, it was successful. We was together 20 years. We had I think the narrative that is out there is like, hey, you got to be together forever. I mean, till you die. If not, you failed. Hey, because I know a lot of people, hey, I was married. This person was married for 10 years. They broke up. Got with somebody else. They was married for 15 years. Broke up. Somebody else, they was married for 20 years. And now they're on their last marriage, or that last one might be the one they're on now, the 20-year one. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes people. I don't think we should necessarily judge that person who failed or quote unquote failed by society standards, because who's writing that book that we're trying to live by, what a good woman is or what a good man is. Who's writing that? But I know I kind of went on a tangent. I'm sorry, but do you
No,
want to
but
speak to
on that tangent you was on when you talking about the marriage, if it was a success or failure, I mean, we got to go back to the origin when they exchanging vows, and then in that vows it say to death do you part. Now, if somebody ain't died, then somebody was lying at the altar, because it said to death do you part. So that's the part that resonates with me. But once again, I'm
That's
not
a
judging.
good point.
I'm not judging if it was if they feel, even though that part didn't come into fruition, but yet it was still a success. Okay, cool. I'm not judging. But I mean, if I'm going to exchange them vows to death do you part, and I say it in true contrition, then I'm looking for that. You know what I'm
Good
saying?
answer. Good retort.
You know.
Hey, some would say, hey, the love died. To death do you part. The love died.
Well, they say to death do you part.
I know, I get it. Sickness and health, rich or poor, to death do you part.
So the love could die on. That means y'all got
the
to be
love
bitter
died
together.
and we parted. That's what
No.
he.
Well, the love
No.
don't die.
See, you
You
changing the
choose to
word.
kill
It didn't say
Hey,
to
look, those
love die.
look, man, hey, look. It's in the eye of the beholder.
Okay, true that. True that. You're right.
Hey, I'm not right. I'm an asshole, and I'm just trying to be funny. But I get exactly what you mean. What was you trying to say, World Combat? About when I said something about the love dying?
Oh, I didn't say anything. I mean,
Was that sir?
you
Yeah.
can. Yeah, that might have been sir. Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, the love don't die, you kill it. Love.
Ooh, we got to play that dun dun dun. Come on, Mark. Say it again, sir.
Yeah, love don't die, you kill it. Like it's facts. Love don't die. Love is everlasting. So the only way for it to die is for you to kill it. It's like that old movie or TV show. No, it was movies and TV shows like the Highlanders. Like y'all ever remember that? Where they
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
immortals and you had to cut the head off
Mm-hmm.
to kill it.
To
So
get
your
their power
love
too.
dies when you cut the head off.
I think love can die, man.
Speak on that.
Because you around somebody for quite some time and y'all loving each other, man. Depends, sometimes humanistically we get bored of one another. if we don't continue to improve those bullet points that got us together from the jump, from the inception of the relationship. And everyone has to understand one thing: the longer you're in a relationship, especially when it goes over 10 years, seeing each other all the time, you have to keep that shit so unexpected. You have to be unpredictable. You have to have certain things going on where you keep each other on your toes, and you roll up on one another and continue to do things that you used to do in a relationship, especially with the kisses, the affection, and the hugging. I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those cats that if I was in a relationship, I don't care where you were, we can be anywhere. It's kissing, it's grabbing, it's doing anything. I just didn't wait to use behind the doors of the confines in
I get it.
confidence, and I was just out there. I just felt showing a female love wherever she's at is what it should be. The only turn off for me is if a female had too much makeup on her lipstick and she always like, oh well, can't do this, can't do that, can't do this. And to me, that's a turn off. But you're around each other for that long, 10 or 15 years. You have to come up with something that's new and refreshing. To just keep the bubble of interest there. So you just really want to see your girl like she's brand new, and that's tough, bro. That's tough.
So I would like to ask you. So you would say that's feeding your affection, right? And feeding your love, right?
What was feeding?
That you coming up with
The
something new,
public
you
display
finding
of
new
affection.
ways, your
Yeah,
public
yeah.
display of
You kind of,
affection.
you kind of.
That's feeding your affection and feeding your love, correct?
It can feed affection without feeding love, believe it or not, because sometimes two individuals just make the commitment to say, you know what, I don't have enough energy to go find somebody else.
Okay, but that's not love though.
It
Nah,
is. It is
that's
love,
real
bro.
love right
That's not
there.
love. That's
It is.
crazy. That's
It is,
jagged
bro.
edge.
Look.
That ain't love.
Hold
You
on,
can
hold
That ain't
love.
no
on.
good.
Yeah,
You can
that's
love.
love.
You can love someone. Look, you can love someone. But bro, if you've never been with somebody for 20 years, you can love them, but yet you drift apart. It happens all the time. You can love them, but y'all are not doing anything that started it up, that set the fire, that burned between y'all all the time to want to be around each other. It can be many variables, like I'm saying, but what I'm telling you is the longer you're around somebody on an everyday basis, hey, there's certain things that has to be active. And when that
Mm.
shit goes away, that love, it may still be there, but it doesn't kills it. It just humanistically, you're just in a different place. You don't want to be around that person no more, man.
What you're saying is you're starving the love. You're starving the affection. You're not feeding the fire of the flames of love. So when you don't feed something, you're killing it. If you
Yeah,
have a
feeding
child
it. You
and
feeding it with what you can. You feeding it.
if you but listen to this. Listen to this scenario or this analogy. Your love is a baby, right? In this analogy, the baby is sitting there. It's getting older. It's getting older. But you stop feeding it. It's getting older. I'm gonna stop feeding it. You getting older, but I'm gonna stop feeding you. So I'm not feeding you. I'm killing you.
Do you have a deals with two adults though in a relationship and keep it on that level of interest rather than a baby? Because a baby is different. That's a kid. That's something I'm attached to differently.
So why you not attached to your love the same way?
No, I'm talking
Be
about my
attached to
love
your
for
love.
my girl love. We're
I'm
talking about
saying
your
attach
girl love.
yourself. It's the mindset, is what I'm saying. Your mindset has to be different because if you look at it as I'm going to only do what's good enough for me, I'm only going to feed my one part. That's like if you feed a child but you don't teach it nothing. You give them love with, they call it love, quote unquote, or affection without any responsibility. You don't teach them discipline or have them be responsible, then you're spoiling them. If you only give them discipline but no affection, then you're abusing them. So both ways is abuse. So you have to understand that you have to do both. And the love is the same way. Is every person that I know from puppy love, little baby, little kids, all the way up to really, really old people, 70, 80, 90 years old people that's been in relationships for 20, 30, 40 years. All of them say the same thing. I've studied it. I've actually took the time to study it personally and in school. And all of them say the same thing.
All of
You
who?
have to feed
What's the number? What's the number we looking at? Are we talking about a control study? Or what are we talking about when? Because
both.
I think your analogy is a bit fragmented when it comes to me talking about a woman though. We're talking about relationships, bro. We're not talking
I'm
about loving kids.
and I'm talking. I use it as an analogy. Remember, I said this was an analogy.
Yeah, but your analogy, you can't use an analogy that sticks with grown adults in a
Okay,
relationship.
grown adults from when you're grown, not even a teenage relationship, when you're grown, from when you first meet a person to you being with them 50 years. The same thing that, as you said yourself, you're not doing the things that you did before. So to keep it fresh, you have to do those things. Now those things might manifest differently, but you still have to do it. Those things are feeding it, nurturing it, taking care of it. So if you're not feeding the relationship, you're not nurturing the relationship, you're not taking
But
care of the
sir,
relationship.
sir,
Both
I get what you said. Look, I don't
both
mean to cut you
parties
off, but
have to
what?
do that.
Right, that's what he's getting at.
Both
Closed mouth don't
parties.
get fed.
Yeah, and
Her,
closed
you can,
legs don't
I
get
can put the
head.
food. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
And you
say
need
what?
both of those.
Say what?
I said, you said closed mouth. That's the phrase I use all the time. Closed mouth don't get fed, closed legs don't get head. And you need both of
No.
those.
Okay, 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 okay.
So if
I
you're
was
I get it.
talking
doing,
I
about
get it.
both.
But listen though, you. All right, we can go back and forth. I can lead it. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. I get where you going with it, but that's what World Combat is trying to say. Like you can't make everything you're doing. She's just not interested anymore. She
That's
doesn't
because
want to
she
be with you no
trash.
more.
And you should have seen
She's
that before.
trash.
Yeah, she trash.
How is she trash now? Like we've been together for years. We've
Yes.
had
And
now she's trash.
yet, no, the truth is, that's what I was about to explain, was the truth is she was trash before that.
I don't know. No, no,
I
no.
can't
I'm
I can't
telling
I
I
you,
didn't know
can't
you.
bro,
I
I didn't
can't
see you
agree with
going
that.
there. I didn't see you going there with it. But
I can't agree with that
because
because
all right,
what
so
I what
It's
I
like this.
experienced.
It's like this. If she's in it for money or excitement or some ulterior motive, then she's going to be in it for that motive. Once that motive start dying down, she's going to start dying down. If her focus is not you, if her focus is not her, if her focus is not y'all's betterment, then very simply she's unfocused. Or matter of fact, she is focused. She's focused on what she wants, and you need to focus on something different. You need to focus on someone different
I,
because the
I think
person who's for you needs to be they needs to constantly, consistently be fighting you to be the head cheerleader of your team. And if she's not doing that, because we're all men, we're talking about she, so we're talking about her. But if you're not doing that, if you don't have the motivation to do that, then you're with the wrong person or you need to get yourself together. If she's not doing that, you're with the wrong person or she need to get herself together. And if she's unwilling to get herself together, then that means that she's not the right one for you.
yes,
Bro, I'm
sir.
talking about 15, 20 years in the game. You have to sustain that environment. You have to understand the entire feeling, man. In and out the door, coming back, seeing your girl, she's seeing you. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough to maintain the candle if it comes from complacency. Believe it or not, like love in general is
That's my
good.
point.
You have two spontaneous individuals that's outgoing. Okay, it's hard to get the link up for two people to keep that driving force 15 into your 20th year doing the same thing you always doing. You might have been fucking five times a week when it all started. But now, you get to the point where it's lack of affection. You get the peck on the lips, and then you keep it moving. Oh, by the way, I'm going here. I got a meeting, da da da. And both of y'all are quite absent from one another. Believe me, I'm telling you, when you stay with somebody that long, it's a lot. It becomes a freaking kaleidoscope. Seriously, it does. Your relationship becomes different because you all are used to one another. You've did so much throughout the years, and what's next? Just another year in the marriage? I mean, of course, it's a lot of other things that can play the role in that, but when it comes to the affection part, sometimes it's just like, that's how you talking about Stella got a groove back. Man, shit, motherfucking men can use that same analogy, like when it comes to them trying to get their groove on with their girl, their wife, and they just don't have it, especially after you had kids. After she had kids, it
Yeah,
ruins it ruins marriages, man. Not that the kids was born, but sometimes women shut that shit down.
Mm.
yeah.
They
But
shut
what I'm
it
waiting to hear
down.
the answer. I mean to cut both of y'all off. Both of y'all had good dialogue back and forth. But the narrative was: is the love dying or are you killing it? And I'm steady. I'm still haven't
Bro,
found
you
a
ain't
side.
killing the love, man. When y'all together that long, you love each other. You
I'm not
love
with
each other.
you. Okay. But
You love.
according to Sir, he said that you're killing the love doesn't die, you kills it. And so I'm trying to from y'all saying both of y'all making very valid points, but we're trying to understand, what's really going on. Is the love dying or is the one of the parties or both parties in this case killing the love? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's what it is. One or both is killing the love.
Man,
That's what it is.
shit is way past that, sir. Killing the love. I'm talking about you with somebody 15 or 20 years, y'all love each other. That's why you've been together so long. No one is killing the love, bro. It's just the fact that the older you get, it's according to when you got married. Just say you got married, um, let's say 35. All right, just 35. So you put 20 years on that. What age is that?
Now say it again.
You got married at 35, you put 20 on that. How
Oh,
old
that's
is that?
55. That's 55.
So you don't think around 55 we may still love each other, but humanistically our body is slowing down, our mind is slowing down just a bit. We've been around, we've done so much, we've seen life. It's not that we're killing love. It's just that love is still there, but
The sex
the
drive is different for
the
each person.
familiarity and certain things. Man, when y'all get 50 years old, we'll come back and have this conversation. God damn it. Come
Dude,
have this
I'm on this pattern.
conversation.
I'm over 50.
But
That's
not
me and you.
but not in a marriage though for 20 years though, Asian man.
Well, we just
So I can tell you from that's what I'm telling you is like I'm not telling you all from my I know you say, okay, well he only 36. What does he know? I'm not telling you just from my own personal experience. I'm telling you from my own personal research though. My research is not
Mm.
just from my own experiences. It's from people who's been together 20 years. There's people who've been married 30 years. And in between that 30 years, they've cheated and they've done all types of crazy stuff. And people who've been committed to each other, not messing around. And all of them together all say the same thing. You kill it. One or both of you kill it. It's not,
And
it
I asked you,
dies
what
on its
numbers are
own.
you talking about, though? What numbers of couples you talking about? Because I'll tell anybody, you cannot present me with numbers without a consensus or some type of criteria to base this off of. What type of study was it?
I'm telling you from multiple studies. I mean, if you want me to break down to
I mean, I had
definition,
psychology
I
in
can.
my college courses too, man. I mean, I'm not saying I did what you did, and first of all, I respect what you're telling me. I totally get it, but I'm looking from a point of view of us on the panel, not others, not others situations. Us on the panel, and y'all say it's killing. You killing the love. I
no,
You're
don't.
saying that though.
World Cup. I didn't say. I'm trying to figure out between the two which side I would lean on. Now,
Okay.
I'm saying that because you're saying that. You're saying that one person or both aren't choosing to love each other and kiss each other how you used to. You're not choosing to be affectionate and be fun and happy. It's like a person who somebody who's been in shape for the most part their whole life versus somebody who let themselves go and got fat when they got old, but they was in shape when they was younger.
But
Or
just
the
because somebody ain't
opposite,
fucking
where
on a
somebody
regular don't
who
mean
in
it's like.
later in life chose to get in shape. They chose to get in shape later on in life. So they weren't that good at taking care of their body at first, but later on in life, they chose to get better at it. It's the same thing with your relationship. You have to exercise your relationship. You have to exercise that communication. You got to
And you saying
exercise
if you
that
don't do
love.
that, you're killing it. It's point blank. If you don't do that, you're killing it. True love never dies. You got to
Facts.
kill it. I'm asking.
Facts.
It's a question. It's a
That's what I'm
question.
saying.
True
Is
love
when you're
can
not.
be there when you actually your relationship died. True love could be there when your relationship actually dies. Yeah, your true love can be there because y'all much older, man. You know what I'm saying? You've been look. It don't matter what age you are now. If you haven't been in a relationship during your older age, that's what I'm saying. It takes a whole lot of work, and you
Yes,
can
and you're
love
saying that I'm
somebody.
giving up on the work.
No,
So
you're not
I
giving
I
up on the
understand
work.
it's
It's your
hard.
body.
I
It's
understand
your
it's
body
harder.
and mind, bro.
It's harder. Yes, it's harder. It's harder. Everything that with the longer it takes, the harder it is. If it's having an old car, a lot of times you got to stay on that maintenance because it's an old car versus a new car where you can slack off a little bit. Just like a relationship, you can slack off a little bit because it's new and it's new to you, it's fresh. But that old car, you got to warm it up sometimes. You got to warm up that relationship. When you're not feeding something that's alive, it dies. You can say, give whatever excuse. I got busy. I got tired. It was harder to feed it. I couldn't find the right food. Whatever you want to, at the end of the day, you didn't feed it. You killed it because it was your responsibility and your job to feed it. So you want your relationship to live? Feed it and feed it
Yeah,
the
I
right
am. That's what I'm telling you. It was fed. From it was fed. It's just when you get
on
older,
both sides.
Hey, sir, let him finish. Let him finish.
like you know, when you say not on both sides, let's just say for instance, one side is not contributing to the percentage it was earlier, and that can be to old age, but still that person loves the shit out of you. But when look, women come to a point, man, when they get older in a relationship, they're not up there fucking the way they used to. They're not. And that doesn't mean they're killing the love. It's just something that fades out in their body, especially if they had kids, bro. Like they not unless they was a bona fide legitimate hoe when you met them, they're not doing that. Their kids and everything else they've been through and the longevity that you've been a part in that relationship, it's not like that, bro. You still love one another to the end. Seriously, you still got mad respect, but when the affection dissolves a bit, sometimes it has to do with age. You still love one another, but it has to do with age, man. Y'all being around each other for so freaking long.
I
Okay.
understand being bored. I understand getting to know, but you have to. That's why I keep saying the mindset. Me knowing this person, it might get boring because I know the stories they're going to say. I know how they're going to react. But a person who says, "Well, I already know what they're going to do," it gets boring to the average person. But you can't be average in a relationship. You can't be normal in a relationship. You got to be abnormal because having a good relationship is abnormal. The average person loses from a relationship. The average person walks away from a relationship because it's work. So if
So
you
what's
want
what's
that,
the abnormality in a relationship? You said be abnormal. So what's the abnormality in a relationship? Name two. What would you consider abnormality to keep it different?
one thing is communication. Communication is abnormal. Most people don't communicate well, especially after they've been around each other a while. They expect them to know what they're thinking, know what they're feeling, know what they're saying because you are used to them. So you're supposed to be psychic. I'm not psychic just because, yes, I should know certain stuff, but I shouldn't know. That's a classic thing in couples relationships, like couple counseling. You'll find out that the man or the woman, if not both, in the same or different categories, expect that person to know. They should just know. No, they don't. And also the fact of, well, they want the other person to do something different, but they're not willing to tell them. It's like you said, complacency. If you get complacent, it's going to die. If you get complacent early in a relationship, it don't have to be 20 years, 15 years, 5 years, 5 minutes. It's going to die. It
Sir,
takes you to do it.
sir, you get complacent when you're in the process of dying. The older you get, you're on the back end of your life. Complacency is evident, is imminent. So that's what I'm saying. It's not something that's purposely done. When you get older, you think different, and you're not doing something purposely, maliciously. It's just your body is different than everything else. You know what I'm saying? Man, when you get in your 50s, man, there's a whole different world out there when it comes to a relationship, man.
Yeah. For the most part, it seemed like, I definitely agree with World Combat, but I think, in fairness to Sir, I think what he was saying, and I'm not putting words in your mouth, it was like when those things start falling to the wayside, if it's true love, you find a way to compensate. It sounds like that's what he's saying there. If it's true, and if you don't find a way to compensate, then you're killing it. But even with that being said, I kind of like, definitely agree with World Combat that, even if a person have all the good purposes and intentions to keep the flames going, we just ain't got enough wood to throw into this fire. So I'm not killing it. It's just the tank done ran low. If I had $1 billion to put in the tank, I would, but I ain't got it. So it's just gonna die. I'm not killing it because that's a true intention. That's a purpose. That's premeditated. Kill is premeditation. Like I don't want this shit no more. But World Combat sound like he's saying I want it, but I just don't have it. There's times where if you have children or whatever, nieces or nephews, we all have family, and you probably want to do the best for all the family members, brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, whatever, and come around the holidays. Oh, I want to get them this, I want to get them that, but you just don't got it. Is you're killing the relationship because you don't have these things to give to these people to show your affection, or is that killing it, or is you letting it die? I know it's a different dynamic when we're talking about in a relationship, specifically a marriage. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a percentage thing. In a lot of cases, yeah, people will kill it and under the guidelines of Sir, but I think there are in certain cases to where it just dies out. That's probably in the lower percentage. You know what I'm saying? It just that a person would, they wanted to sustain it. I feel true love never dies. It's probably just not the same anymore, but it's still true love. It doesn't die. And if there is no more true love, to what Sir said, you killed it.
I appreciate that. Can we? Hey, Mark, you got next question? I got one after you, but I know you want to change the subject or not.
Oh no. Go ahead.
I want to know the sin of a woman. Is the sin of a woman a deal breaker in a relationship?
What do you mean?
The scent of a woman.
Yeah, what do you mean the scent of a woman?
Like the movie A Sin of a Mummy?
Just
Well, you talking about the first.
This nigga here.
I mean, if going by what you're saying, if he coming with a foul odor that's not pleasurable to me, you know what I'm saying? First I probably, what is our mental state at right now? Because I mean, just keeping it real. Now I don't want to deal with no funky shit. I don't. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I teach that to my daughter.
Are we talking about she got bad breath? Like, let's say she smoked cigarettes or something.
No,
that would be a smell. That would be
being a scent.
No, that is a scent though. Her breath is a scent. Her
no, that's a whole nother conversation.
You talking about that
monkey?
The
scent that goes along with
that
the
monkey
woman.
smelling like a monkey?
Yeah, that monkey
smelling like a monkey.
I'm just saying the scent of a woman. I mean, is a deal breaker. If she doesn't smell the precious and she can't do nothing about it, is it a deal breaker for y'all?
That's a good question, man. About it. Look. That's a real good question. I kind of want to say that for tomorrow because somebody, I get a lot of emails. I think I got about 200 emails about this, and somebody said, "Hey Nash, how do I, as a woman, tell my man, hey, I want to please him tonight, but he needs to go take a shower. I want to be spontaneous and make it like something out the blue, but I kind of want him to go freshen up first. How does she tell him? And that's a whole nother I was like, oh man, that'd be good for a topic. Man, we supposed to been doing these relationship topics a long time ago. Shout out to everybody in the chat, because my man Bands on Band actually said, man, this might be your best episode, Mark Nash. We need more relationship talk from men. Salute to the chat and the panel. Sub and hit the likes. Yes, make sure y'all smash the like button. Nash, you a fool for that Captain Crunch with the girlfriend's kids. Yeah, man, I'll be up here wilding, man. I got to go back and rewind. I don't remember exactly what I said, but and Sir Ken said, I've been with my woman for 18 years. We kiss in public, hold hands, and every once in a while we sneak off and meet each other just to be away from everyday life. We both travel at different times. I replied to that because I want to know, like, when you say we meet off, like, do you guys go to a, you going out to a local bar and y'all just meet up at a local bar? Do y'all travel like, hey, I'm gonna meet you at in Vegas, you fly at 8 o'clock, I'm gonna fly at 9, we gonna pop up at Jamaica at the resort, we gonna meet up there, the whole thing? How does that work? I was interested in that. Or do y'all just meet up at a hotel? You know what I'm saying? Because that can be something interesting. I think he followed up with me. He said I follow drag racing and she travels to see the grandbabies, and we often meet in the middle of our travel. That's dope. Yeah, man. She just needs shower some. If that's the only flaw. She had a little odor to it, man. Man, hot water and soap, man. Let's get it popping.
If you're in a relationship with her, once again, the timeline got to go into it. It depends on how long you've been into this relationship. From my perspective, then this person, and it goes back to what we were saying. If it's true love, what you're going to do to nurture the relationship. This person, and you probably communicated to them, him or her. Well, for my case, it would be to her. Okay, baby, look, something going wrong. I don't, like these type of odors or whatever the case. And if I see she
you
really
gonna break her heart,
trying,
she'll never give you no more ass, Asian man. You gonna break her heart. She was like, well, never mind then. I would just take the pussy on.
Hey, we just keeping it real here, man. Then I know you ain't the one for me then. I'm trying to help you, but
I thought it smelled
but
okay.
you want to get all emotional. Okay, yeah, all that. But see, this is what I would do though.
Well, you thought
while I'm saying
that it didn't smell okay. We're gonna try eating some different fruits and vegetables, and I got this new body wash from Bath and Beyond. You know what I'm saying, to make you feel good.
There you go, sir. That's what I'm saying. I'll be putting more action into it than verbiage. I'll be doing those things, getting the fragrances that I like, and also I'm running that hot water for her. You know what I'm saying? She ain't got to ask, is the tub run out? If she's resistant to all that, then hey, look, I done put in maximum effort in trying to change this, but she just want to be comfortable with making me discomfort. That ain't gonna work.
It's easier said than done. I know it sounds good in theory, just to tell the girl, hey, baby,
hold up, what? Oh, okay, go.
No. I just want to give it back, pass it back to World Combat, because he brought it up for a reason, and I just want him to elaborate further.
I thought that was Sir that brought that question up.
You brought that up? Or
that was World Combat.
World Combat said, how do you
tell you World Combat?
Yeah.
Because I've been there, and what you do is, like I was saying, you tell them and you show them different stuff. You have to break it down in an emotional and scientific way. Emotional first, then also you have to flatter them. You have to talk to a woman like she's a woman.
So he got to tell her she smell good when she stank?
No. You have to tell her.
Walk around like Pepe Le Pew in this bitch.
No, you have to tell her. You have to tell her about a time where she smelled real good. What you do is you say, okay, well, babe, remember our
wedding day?
19
years ago.
Last Wednesday when You had the when you came fresh out the shower and you
What if it's
smelled all
longer?
good
What
and
if, hey,
whatever.
sir, I ain't trying to cut you off, but I'm trying to entertain and get these jokes off too. What if it's longer than last Wednesday since she smelled how you like her to smell?
That's your fault. You can't let her
Thank
go
you.
two
Thank
two weeks stinking. That
See,
2 weeks
Nah,
stinking. You can't.
go ahead, Scott. Like, cause they think it's easy just to tell a woman. Cause
I've done it.
look, okay, you might have, you're tough, okay.
Cause
But go ahead, World Combat.
I
I
used to
just want
speak
him to get
hard
in
though.
too, cause he brought this up for a reason.
I just feel with a woman, man. Not every woman is fresh. I mean, I'm not saying fresh is not hygiene in herself, but she wasn't blessed to have that area of her body, present off a scent that's considered, delightful, so to speak, in a light word. So what I always want, once again, I was turned on the game early. Like, I believe in those Victoria's Secrets body washing and all that body lotion and stuff. And I'll just have to ask, hey, do you mind doing this? And I'll help her do it. I like massaging and all that. I should have been a masseuse, but I'm telling you, a woman to fall in love with you. And if she is not freaking smelling the best, and you want to put something on her body and help her wash, she's all for that. And usually it works. You know what I'm saying? It works, and you have to keep it up though. If she's one of those individuals that if she perspire just a little bit, you guarantee you're gonna get that scent.
Yeah, some women sweat from the tub to the bed.
Correct. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, no, you need to walk with your legs open and walk
Going
slow. You
down.
got them thick thighs, baby. You know,
Yeah, and you used to going down every
walk
now and
slow.
then.
Don't be running nowhere.
You have to end up, really taking that on as an acquired taste. You have to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? You have to get used to it, and if you're able to, your tongue will get used to it after a while. Believe it or not,
Wait a minute.
for real.
Until you get with your ex. And you be like,
I'm
oh
saying,
man,
I'm
the
saying you can
water.
get a situation where your girl doesn't smell a certain way. You stay down there, and you will get used to it. But still, it's still something that's irritating to you. Like, you're not all the way in on it. But you know what's crazy though, y'all? I
Eating
used to
stank
feel.
box, that's what's crazy.
Now check this out, Mark. I used to dig this track. I used to dig this when I was running track down here, right? I used to dig this female that was fine as shit, right?
Okay.
And one time I was laying down, I was waiting for my race, man, and I was laying down in right in her lap area, whatever. And we both had our suits on or whatever. And I was like, damn, I really never got that close to her. And she was just super funky. I was like, God damn, that day I think she broke me down mentally. Damn near lost my race over that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the worst I ever smelled. I couldn't believe a woman would smell like that. This was high school. I was like, what the fuck? But then when I grew up and I was in the military, right, went to another country, and me and this chick went on a run, and we were sweaty as shit. But something about it, we stopped, and we ended up going back to the room. We haven't showered or nothing, bruh. I don't know what it was. I went down on her, no shower, no nothing, and she tasted damn good. I don't know what the fuck. She tasted damn like a motherfucker, man. I was like, this shit exists for real. I ain't
But first, I
lying.
gotta say,
Oh my god, this dude
It
right
exists
here.
in life. Like, how can you go out here and run? How can you go on a workout for over an hour and a half, come back to the spot and get that feeling, fucking with one another, and go down and you don't taste nothing, no salt, no nothing. Shit tastes like it's straight out the motherfucking shower. I mean, she done freshen up in that. I'm telling you, man, that shit doesn't resonate across the world. Only certain women like that. Seriously. And she ain't the first one either. I'm telling you, no shower, no freshen off, no nothing, just straight up. And I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, it's definitely a difference in female to female. Even with females the same size, females the same, like similar types, and there can be a different shoot. It could be, well, never mind. I was about to say something too much, but
I don't
everybody
think you
ain't the
can go
same.
past what World Combat just said. So do your
Now
worst.
I
Go
was
ahead.
saying that for everybody had a past. I'll just say that sometimes siblings don't even be the same. Twins ain't the same always. They might be identical, but they ain't identical.
Right.
But
Right.
let's move forward past that. We're gonna fast forward past that. But so also what
Cap,
they
cap,
eat
cap, cap,
makes a
cap,
difference.
cap.
Um, what they eat makes a difference. Just like a female will tell you, what you eat makes a difference.
Absolutely. And what you
So
drink.
yeah, so
They'll be
what
like,
she
leave
eats
that
and drinks,
Hennessy alone. Drink some wine tonight.
yeah, because it'll be different. Like,
Yeah.
so the same thing with the female. So you might want her to start, eating more some fruit and drinking some more alkaline water and things of that nature. Get some more herbs or different oils
Sir got all the
ingested in her
answers at
body.
36, don't he, World Combat?
Yo, I've been
Yeah.
a
Well, I'm
connoisseur.
gonna tell you something else,
I
sir.
try
So
to
you
find out
put
all the like I'll ask all the
Sir said,
old
I
people.
read some books, damn it.
Nah, I
I
go
did
ask
the
people
research.
personally.
I'm fucking with you, sir. Sir, you know
Facts.
I got to get these
Both
jokes off,
parts.
sir.
Both parts. I definitely read the books
I
and
did
do
the
the research.
research. I got the data. I got the
I
data.
gotta get the data because I ain't trying to have no stinking monkey. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't.
So get back to the answer to the question, sir. That's a deal breaker for you because you steady saying I can't do it.
Yes,
That
it is. I was with a female and I really like I was into her, really into her. And I smelled and I threw up in my mouth a little bit, and that was the end of our relationship. And she wasn't even that bad. It was because my expectation was that she was good. Because normally she was, but she was sweet tart. She was a sweetie, but she was tart. And I said, mm-mm, mm-mm.
tart is the taste, right?
Yeah,
and the
that
smell.
But look,
tasting is
I heard
tasting
that some of these
tasting is
girls that
only
smell a
smelling from
certain way,
inside
they
the
don't
mouth for the
taste the
most part.
same way.
Say it again.
I heard a woman can smell a certain way, but they don't taste that way.
No, because tasting is mostly smelling from inside the mouth.
And I'm
Exactly.
talking about you going down on the woman orally, and I've heard that certain people who dealt with that say the women do not taste the way they smell. They just have that scent, but they don't taste. They don't taste bad.
Nah, them niggas was high.
Yeah, that might be true, but the percentage of that is
So you
very low.
saying
Cause
Nah,
like
nah.
so they smell a certain way due to their body liquids, right? That's you saying their secretion, their body liquid. Well,
Yes.
I know it's a difference between hygiene and everything, but is it possible for them to taste a certain way and smell bad?
yeah, on
Like
a low percentage, yes,
it's
but on
very
a very
rare
low percentage.
because like it's
Because
very rare
I
because
heard the detriment is the smell, and then the taste is okay.
nah, it's because you that's why you don't want nose blind. It's like eating chitlins. After you done ate it long enough, it stank. So
Right.
it was a comedian who said the chitlins. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
said
because
that
World Combat, I don't know if you know, but you have a smell sensory in your tongue. It's just like you
Mhm.
say, yeah, your taste is really your smell. Yeah,
Just
you can
from inside
actually
their mouth.
tell which
Yeah, I totally
exactly.
understand on the five senses and all that. Yeah, I get it,
Oh,
fellas.
okay, okay, all right.
I just heard that from a person who done dealt with a female that smelt a certain way, but when he went down there, all he had to do was deal with the smell, but the taste was not bad.
Yeah, it was because he went nose blind. That's all. He done
Well,
acquired
but
that
he said
taste.
he smelt it, but he it tasted different. He wasn't smell blind if it's what World
Yeah,
Yeah,
Combat.
he
yeah.
said he
Some women
smelt
have
it.
a
He
little
said he
must
smelt
to
it.
it. I get it, man. Some women have a little must to it a little bit. But shit, let's be real, man. Some of these dudes need to wash their balls too, man. You
Facts.
know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
I mean, that's
you know
for
what I'm
them to
saying.
talk
So
about. I don't
yeah,
smell
but we
dude
just got to
balls,
keep.
dog.
No. I'm sure we all know. You know what I'm saying? If you got brothers and sisters, you ever been in the army, you ever been out in the field,
You got that
you know what
right,
I'm
King.
saying? Some dudes was never going towards the shower and porta potty. You ever been in jail? Some dudes don't go to the shower. They just scared to go take a bath. They scared something gonna happen to them.
My
I'm
look,
just telling you.
we didn't play that shit. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I'm just,
But
But
I
let's
know
keep it
I
in a
have played
buck.
for.
Right. It's been times in jail. They got to make, they'll
I
beat
didn't
a
mean to
nigga
say
ass to make
professional.
him go take a shower. Like, nigga, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you, but you need to go wash your stinking ass.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
But with that, I digress, man. Man, this been a hell of a show, man. We went way over the time, man, but this was a hell of a conversation. Like my man Benz on Ben said, it's probably one of my best episodes, man, because this was truly engaging. But I want to end it so I want to keep you guys coming back. We definitely gonna do some more relationship talk tomorrow, man. 10 o'clock, man. 10 o'clock, we're gonna be here. I'm gonna be live. Let's get the thing popping, man. I appreciate you guys, your time. You want to tell the people, anybody want to go around, tell people how to follow up, sir? I'll let you go first, Asian Math, and I'll close out with World Combat. Let people know how they can get in touch with you guys.
All right, you can hit me up on my channel. I'll be dropping content soon. I'm almost done with a couple of things that was kind of preventing me from dropping content how I wanted to. But I'm kind of loose from some of those chains. But yeah, Sir Seniors 00, and or you could even email me at CERNC00 at Gmail.
Say your email again for the people one more time.
CERNC00 at Gmail. And salute to Brother Nash, salute to Asia Math, salute to everybody in the panel, everybody in the chat on World Combat Sports. I appreciate you, bro, for being open and honest and giving that dialogue, because your point of view allowed me to give my point of view, and us together were able to give people who were in the chat and people going to hear the playback a different point of view and understanding of how they can help not just themselves but help other people with their relationships.
Real talk, man. Same here.
Go ahead,
Appreciate it.
go
Yeah.
ahead, Asian Math. Tell people how to follow you.
Oh no. I don't do the social medias, man. I don't do neither one of them. This is where you find me. You can find me next to a dime piece. That's what you want.
Hey, he
But
told you, man. He said he a player from the Himalayas. He said, man, I was a male hoe. That's what they called me.
yeah, by blood, not relation. But
Ah, made some noise. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead though.
right. But you can find me on the usual platforms right here on Mr. Nash platform. Check in, hit the notification, and you'll see us on the panel. But salute to World Combat, salute to you, sir, salute to everyone in the chat. Definitely salute to you, Mark Nash. Great show as usual, and look forward to your next topic and getting on if.
Absolutely, man. You know you more than welcome, man. I'm doing these Monday through Fridays at 10 p.m. and I'm trying my best to start on time. I said I don't want the shows to go more than 2 hours, but sometimes, man, you got to let people cook, man, especially in situations like this, man. Because you guys were giving valuable information, telling some classic stories. I gotta chop some of this brick up because this is a brick right here of gold, and I'm gonna chop some of these up and I'm gonna drop some of these jewels out because you guys told some great stories and gave a lot of great content and told a lot about yourself too, and to the audience and the channel and the panel, and it means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to the people listening to hear you guys just be so open, straight coming, and unfiltered, no rehearsal. You know what I'm saying? Just jump right in because this wasn't the topic that we started with, but this was the topic that we needed. With that said, World Combat Sports, thank you again, man, for everything you do to help me out, man. With the growth of my channel, it means a lot to me. As always, sir, I'm gonna give you the last word.
Come on, me.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, you know what it is. Facebook, all social media platforms, IG, worldcombatsports.com. And of course, the main one, YouTube, is where I'm able to go live throughout the week. And I hope to bring you all some more content for the Danny Garcia and Errol Spence fight.
Oh yeah.
Until then, what you should do is make sure you subscribe to Mark Nash channel and like it, share the content, and continue to support the brother. Very talented, has multi skills to his dynamic when it comes to this dang social media. And if you want your logos and everything, man, pay him support, man. He can help you out. And to everyone else on the panel, man, it's been a pleasure, brothers. And we need to try to link up and do this again.
Oh, yes, sir.
Man.
World Combat. Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man. Like I said, man, we definitely gonna get back into some relationship talk because I got like almost 200 emails on Facebook and people did not know how to get into the group and get into the show. But and I'm so excited about them getting into the group and getting into the show. Some people are coming in late. I get it. You know, you got a lot of things going on. You're not used to people saying they're gonna start the live stream on 10 and really click live at 10 or 10:01. I was 1 minute late to that. But thank you guys again. As always, you guys get the last word. My name is Mark Nash. You can follow me at Mark Nash on all platforms. Like, comment, subscribe. With that said, man, we're going to run the outro, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Look for the thumbnail to know what we will be talking about, but it's probably going to be some relationship advice or from World Combat Sports. Dr. Love, King Asian Math, and my man, Sir. Thank you guys again. Y'all can hang out backstage real quick if y'all want to, and I'm gonna run this outro. Remember, dreams require sleep, goals require effort. Go out and get your goals. It's your boy Mark Nash. Peace.
This that squad side.